Hello, everyone, and welcome to Prestige Encounters, the Dungeons & Dragons campaign that is freshly washed and deodorized. I'm your Dungeon Master, Salkos, and this is the D&D campaign brought to you by Prestige Gaming Community. Before we get into the session tonight, we have a few important announcements to get through. First and foremost, a lot of the music you'll be hearing this evening is brought to you by Midnight Syndicate. Midnight Syndicate is a music production group creating goth, horror, and fantasy RPG music that you can be using at your tables at home. For more information, go to midnightsyndicate.com or use the command !midnight in our chat to get a direct link to their website from our chat bot. We also have the Victor Brothers. The Victor Brothers create Celtic and fantasy RPG music, and you can subscribe to their YouTube channel by using the command !brothers for a direct link to that. Both artists' music can be found on Spotify, and if you can ask your Amazon Alexa device to play their music right now, if you so have it. We also have the amazing artists that have done artwork for our community that we like to give recognition to. First, we have Jeremiah, aka Slimy Rice. He has done all the line art for the character artwork for campaign 2, including my bust portrait that you see here in the corner of the screen. We have, he's fresh out of high school, wanting to make some money, so go commission him in the Discord. Absolutely amazing talent. I wish I had that much talent at that age. Starving Artist has done all the coloring for the character art. She is currently in college and would love to have your commissions as well. Both artists' information can be found at our Discord at pgc.gg/discord. You may also notice that we have a very wonderful, sorry, I had to take a deep breath, a very wonderful gadget down here in the bottom corner of our screen. That is the HelloFresh sponsorship. You can use our link by putting !HelloFresh or our code, which is POG SE 13807 to get up to 16 free meals plus 3 surprise gifts. I personally have been using HelloFresh. I made my first meal today and it is delicious, and I absolutely love their food. We also have a dice giveaway. For every 5 natural ones rolled, we will be doing a dice giveaway for people who are in America or Canada, excluding Quebec. So you have to be in the chat at the time of the drawing, and we will be able to hopefully get you some free dice when prompted. That is all I have for announcements, but we would like to show you a very special video from our very own Prestige Pete Peterson, here to tell you a little bit about our merch. So take it away, Pete.
Shoo! Well, howdy, y'all. Prestige Pete Peterson here to tell y'all about the Prestige Encounters merch store. Now, look here. Y'all want quality items in your life to help promote your favorite D&D stream? Well, we got them here at the Prestige Gaming Community online merch store. We got t-shirts. We got hoodies. We got mouse pads. We even got stickers. And so much more. So what are you waiting for? So come on over to our Redbubble store at merch.pgc.gg and pick you up some Prestige merch today. Just tell them old Pete sent you. Unless this is the IRS asking, then this conversation never happened and I'm legally dead. Prestige merch!
Thank you so much. Thank you so much there, Pete. And let's go ahead and bring everybody else in. Hello there, Prestige Encounters and Cass. How are we doing today?
Fun fact, MVP really does stand for Most Valuable Pete.
Absolutely astounding. So here to tell us about last week's session is our very own Astra.
Yes. Yes, it is. So last time that we were all gathered together, we had just left the bar and we had slept, we had woken up, and we did some, I guess you would call shopping before we went on our job. I got a new book, as did Aspen, which did help out because the carriage ride in and of itself was grueling and so slow. However, that wasn't really my problem. My problem came during nightfall. We took our turns watching each other, and something just happened. Zool went out and he came back, and he was mentioning some man. Quite unclear, really. I do have to get more answers on that. But in the morning, we deliberated whether we should go and investigate the cave that this man told us about, or whether we should keep moving. I thought we should move. I thought we should keep going, but we decided to go to the cave. I waited outside, but I was drawn in. Aspen called out for me, and I cannot ignore that. But I never would have expected to see Nazmir and Zool being the ones to attack
Cormac.
the party. Oh, Cormac, my mistake. Cormac and Zool. So I'll need some answers for why they're doing that. And that's what I'm going to look for today.
Thank you so much there, Astra. And we do have a guest in the session today. I have hid them, as we'll be coming to them later. So where we last left off, you all are standing within this cave. You just killed 2 of these imposters that have since being vanquished, turned back to a featureless form of white and blue skin. Zulkifli is nowhere to be seen. Cormac is being pulled out of the moss covered wall. There, if you remember correctly, where I last described it was a green and black moss with red inlay, where it's just like veins underneath your skin. You also killed this half-faced purple crystalline creature woman that shattered upon dying. What would you all like to do?
So where's the real Zul Kifli?
It's a good question. I'm assuming you're gonna have to find him.
Indeed.
We should look for him now. I don't know how this happened.
I've never seen anything like that before.
Is Cormac stable? Have we seen to him yet?
Cormac looks at you and says, I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
Is he actually gonna be fine though? Can I insight that or something?
Make a insight check.
Excellent. We fail low. Insight, here we go. I got an 18.
18. I mean, he could probably use a little bit of healing if you got it.
Okay. I do. So I just like to healing word, first level. And it's 7 points of healing.
7 points of healing. Thanks. At this point, you all will hear this hyperventilated breathing behind you.
Turn around.
So standing there, holding their warhammer, no armor, is Albiar. I can't do this again. I'm not ready.
What do you mean?
I can't see this happen again. And he's gonna push past all of you and leave the cave.
Maybe you need some time to cool off.
Cormac isn't back at full health, by the way.
I'm sure he'll figure out what's best for him. I hope we see him again.
Well, while he comes to his senses, I think we should keep looking for Zool.
Yes. Any bumps in the wall or anything like that?
Go ahead and roll for investigation. You can do so with advantage because you have friends.
13.
13. That's with advantage?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So looking around, you do find that there are some parts of the wall that are kind of like bulging out. You like pull one part of the moss apart to this like squealing, it's like very faint squealing sound as you do, and just a corpse falls out. Its skin is withered and almost mummified. Its lips are pulled back and its gums are like starting to recede back from the teeth. It's just dried and drained.
I certainly hope that's not him. Cormac didn't decay this quickly. Anyone else? Any signs?
Am I finding anything?
You can also roll
Investigating
for
this moss.
investigation.
Touching it? Maybe not touching it, actually. I don't know about all that.
Touching me, touching you.
10.
What'd you roll?
10.
10? You also
Mhm.
are pulling back some moss and another corpse falls out, or rather it's just like gets caught in the moss and falls forward. However, you do see part of the moss further down begin to move, like shuffle, like something's struggling beneath it.
And I take a gander and expose that area.
All right, so pulling back the moss, the first thing you see is black feathers, and then a beady black eye that is staring right at you. And at this time, I would like Justin, would you like to describe your character to us?
Yeah, so at this point, you kind of look in my eyes and you see nothing but blackness, but you can kind of tell looking into it almost a sense of terror, a sense of confusion. Not sure what's going on and just very, very confused. Otherwise though, I mean, you just see a Kenku wearing, just draped with black robes, just caught in the moss and the vines here, looking very, very battered, looking very injured.
Okay. I'm gonna go
It's
ahead
not so
and
cute.
pull him out, try to help him out of there. Or injured bird. Meh.
Okay, make a strength check.
Yes. I think I can do this one. I feel pretty confident. um,
That is a natural one for the counter.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
so you
Can
pull-
I assist her with this, or with that natural one? Probably not.
Well, natural one has been rolled, so you pull and you hear something pop, and you actually dislocate one of his fingers.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I feel like I have to. I feel like I have to roll something. Roll some damage on this one.
Well, we'll do a
that's so
D4.
annoying.
Yeah, we'll do a D4.
It's more painful than it is damaging.
You know, 2 damage.
Emotional damage.
Trauma.
You can kind of see the look of confusion and overall fear kind of turn a little bit into distrust for you as well. Not too sure what you're trying to do, and then just outright, dislocating my finger here.
Okay, let's give it another shot. I'm gonna give it another go. I'm gonna try to pull him out again. And this time I'd like to do a little bit of razzle dazzle and hit him with some healing as well on that
Okay.
to help.
Make another strength check. This time with advantage since he's going to try to help.
Okay.
15. So as she reaches for you and she pulls you free from the moss, and you do get healed, 8 hit points, as she kind of like mutters some words of healing and trust, and soon enough you're free.
Sorry about that.
So I kind of, once I get free from this moss here, I kind of back away and look at everybody little quizzically, kind of tilting my head a little bit, having my hands kind of out in front of me, just kind of, blocking me, from you guys. Not too sure who you are, feeling a little bit scared, a little bit of distrust. And I kind of just let out like soft, just, I don't know if Mike's picking up on my cawing here, but letting out a little bit of kind of a soft cause as I kind of back away a little bit, kind of watching you guys.
My goodness. Are you okay?
I look over at you and tilt my head and just let out, like, kind of just give a little, like, nod, like, not, just a little nod saying, like, just, ah.
Okay.
I'm just hoping my cause actually go through the microphone.
We got it.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean,
Have you been in there long?
I try to explain. I'm gonna go ahead and Father, Dad.
I'm not your father. He may be confused. Is anybody familiar with medicine? We could check for a concussion, perhaps, or...
I
Well,
didn't
I
pull
can
him that
check.
hard.
Hold on a moment,
Dave,
Nasmir.
Father.
How many children do you have again?
Cave, Father.
I've got 10, but
10?
none of them are.
Are you sure this isn't one of them? There might be a pretty decent possibility.
Pretty sure. Could
I
be.
would like to keep looking, by the
in-law.
way, while this happens, because I'm still very much concerned.
Roll another investigation check.
Okay.
You sure you didn't lose one and then he got turned into a bird or something?
Well,
7.
that boy's always getting into trouble. Who knows? But I doubt it.
Noozle Kifley, by the way.
Perhaps he meant something else. Do you know if anyone else is here? What do we call you?
Murmur.
Murmur.
And then I kind of just look out towards the cave a little bit and just, Father!
You came here with your father?
And I give a little brisk kind of a nod.
We're looking for someone we're also looking for someone. Perhaps we can help each other. If you help us search for our companion, we might be able to help you search for your father. Do you think he's here somewhere?
I look over at you and I kind of move my way a little bit closer, lowering my hands a little bit. Father, cave! Help! Help!
I'm not sure what that means. I'm gonna assume he's gonna help. We can help each other.
And I once I hear you say that, I assume he's gonna help. I give a little brisk nod and then just kind of look at you, tilting my head quizzically, and just like nod one more time again.
All right then. Astra's still looking. Perhaps Zulkifli can also help us find him if he can hear us. And I'll start to shout for him. Zulkifli! If you can hear us, help us find you.
There's no response.
Okay. Astra, any luck?
No, just disgusting, old, decrepit, forgotten people. I do not want to be in this cave anymore. I want to go. We need to find Zul now.
I don't mean to presume what you can do, but can you speak to this moss or something like that?
That's a great question.
Cormac says, well, maybe he's just dead and we need to go.
We won't just leave him here if we can try and find him.
There's no way that he is dead now. There's no way.
While they are discussing next moves, I would like to go towards the dead body that was pulled out of the moss and gently pick it up and take it on to a tree, and I want to start digging a grave for this body.
That would require you to leave the cave. Is that what you want to do?
How far am I from the head of the cave?
You're about 50, 60 feet from the entrance. There's like a skinny tunnel that you would have come into that's open up to this circular chamber that also has branches off other places.
Are we talking about a dirt ground or a stone ground here?
It is a mixture of stone and dirt that is has patches of this green and black moss with red veins all across the walls and parts on the floor.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna kind of just put it up, like lay the body to rest, just kind of somewhere out of the way, just not in the mess of the moss where it was entangled, and with everybody else just in there. I want to just kind of respectfully lay it down so that way I can try to tend to it when I can.
I'll take a look. Cormac is gonna do an investigation check here. And
am I able to do my own?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
What we got? Because he...
All right. Do I get advantage on this or?
Sure. I'll just let you do it with advantage because that's just not
Nat
rolling
20
great. Nat 20.
22.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. So like you are watching the walls of this cave and like looking for a slight irregular. You know what I'm trying to say, irregularities, where you do find several other corpses. But you do manage to find Zulkifli, and you pull him back the monster. You cover the slime, like there's slime covering his mouth, his face, like restraining him. He's able to take a deep breath in upon it just being pulled back.
Zulkifli, what happened? Are you hurt?
Yeah. There was a there's a monster. They changed their face, look like me. We
handled them.
How
Where?
hurt is he?
He's about half health right now.
Is there any way we
When he said monster with a face that looks like me, I kind of perk up a little bit and look at him, and just kind of cock my head to the side a little bit, almost with like a little bit of a familiarity.
Siapa orang agak ni? Miss, who is this? This one is what?
He was Astra pulled them out of the wall, like you.
another victim would be?
He's a little birdman.
Possibly
Looking
Nasmir's
for his
bird
father.
child.
Mm-hmm. Way of the
No, as I
world.
said, Kalen gets himself into trouble, but not turn himself into a bird kind of trouble.
Where is Albia?
I walk. I'm gonna go ahead and walk up to you though, and just kind of like peer into your eyes, and just say, "Father, Cave, help!"
We're still trying to figure that one out.
Albiar stormed off.
He felt unsettled, it seemed.
He
I
said
don't
he
blame him.
couldn't do it again. You know. Get him.
Your father is here.
And I give like a short nod and, "Father, Cave."
He agreed to help us find you if we helped him find his father.
Come. And I'm gonna lean real close. Uncomfortably close. And you see this tallish, he's slender but muscular in a kind of very like lithe but wiry musculature kind of way. Brown skin, almond shaped eyes, deep thick black eyebrows, and this just etched in a scowl. And he leans really close to your face and he sniffs, and I'm gonna try to get a scent off him. What's your smell?
As you're doing that, I kind of tilt my head a little bit at you and look into your eyes quizzically with my deep black eyes.
You can roll a perception check there, Zulkifli.
Okay. 14.
14. You sense on this little bird creature, none are discernible from each other.
Okay. Look at the walls. Still covered in moss. Lots of lumps.
The majority of the corpses in this room have been found and removed, are just laying on the ground.
Okay. Is this chamber, is it very large? Does it seem to go on for a long time, or is it roughly limited?
The chamber that you're in now is you've covered the area. Not that wide, but there are exits that are not from the way that you came. You can go deeper into the cave, so it may seem.
Okay. I'll look at the bodies. Any of them look bird-like.
So looking, this isn't gonna require a check. None of them seem bird-like. There's one that's a dwarf. There are a couple humans. One's elvish, but no birds.
Okay.
Do any of them have any items or things that might be able to identify who they are to somebody that knows them?
Go roll for
No.
investigation
Jewelry
as
or
you
anything like that.
search the bodies.
Perhaps we can inform their kin.
Your father.
I look through the bodies as well, just to confirm if I recognize any of them.
Nazir, do so with advantage, please.
Okay. And that's an 17.
17. So looking through the bodies, there are a couple things. Murmur, you do recognize one of the bodies as one of your traveling companions that you came into this cave with, but nothing else sticks out to you specifically. Nazmir, you do find a few things. You find that a few of them have weapons on them. Their items were not removed upon being put into this area. They were just restrained by the moss growth. So between all the bodies, there is a total of 23 gold, 40 silver, and 131 copper. There's also a few daggers, about 3 daggers, 1 longbow. So I hope someone's writing this down. 3 daggers, 1 longbow, a mace, and 2 long swords.
I would like to search the body of the one I know.
Okay. Yeah, so on this one, you find that there is a book, a journal by this person, and there's also a small bag of a variety of components, and attached to this side is their wand, as they were a magic caster.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the journal.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grab his body and just kind of hold him a little bit and just kind of let out a very soft caw and say, "Father, Father." And
Okay.
then I'm just gonna kind of pull him to a little bit of a safer area.
Most of these poor creatures still had all of their possessions. It's moss or whatever this is. Does not discriminate material value. I do not suggest disrespect to the deceased, but I am curious, what are the others' opinions on the use of these items left behind?
Zulkifli goes over and he's going to start looking around for arrows that he can pull from their bodies.
Yeah, you found about 4 arrows.
4 arrows, okay.
Among the stuff that I found, was there anything that looked unique that might be used to report to, town guard and say we found these people?
A few of the bodies were containing a sigil of one of the clans. Specifically, they were containing the sigil of the Feywind Guild. A silver moon on a night sky. Mostly healers.
These were people that dedicated their lives to helping others, healing. Not all of them, perhaps, but many of these. And are we closer at this point to Ferna or Vernaria?
You're about halfway.
Okay. So we can
should
probably to either city.
we must go back.
Where to Ferna?
The cart. Make sure it's safe.
Right. Are you and Womack fit for travel?
Yeah.
Astra got me back to my normal self.
Magic is a wonderful thing.
Sure.
I do think that we should go as soon as we finish up. Murmur, did you find your father yet?
Is your father?
I hold that same body closer to me with almost a sense of sorrow. Father!
I'll go over. I'm gonna come and just sit down near you and look at you meaningfully. Can I help? Bury.
I turn my head to you, tilt my head a little bit. Help! Harry!
Let's stoop down. I'll pick up the body.
I can assist if needed. I have experience with burial rites.
Perhaps cremation could be another option. If that's what we wanted. And I used a cantrip to create a bonfire.
Father! Barry!
Shouldn't
No.
we be a little bit worried that there could be more of those things in here? One of us could still be one of them.
It is true.
Maybe, yeah.
How would you test that? How would you scope that out? How would you...
Well, let's try this. At this point, Cormac is going to try to grab Aspen. Can you make an acrobatics check, please?
Acrobatics check, cool, yeah. Not very good at those. Roll the 12.
All right, so he's going to grab you and hold a dagger up to your throat. Where did we meet?
Met at the town
What town?
in the festival. I'm sorry, what was it? Was Ferna, right?
What happened there?
A big hell creature came out of the ground and attacked us. Attacked Albiar's father.
He'll take the dagger, pull it away, twirl it, put it back in
Kaidro.
the sheath.
Kaidro, you tell your friend he does not do that to Aspen or Astra if he wants to keep his head.
He checks out.
That was aggressive.
I'm doing
There are
deep
other
breathing
ways.
exercises right now.
Let me ask you, Cormac, what was the name of the inn that you drug us all to that night in town before we left?
You know what, Nasri? That's a great question. I'm so glad that we asked questions like that. The
Starting to look like there's still a
frantic DM moments. Something
A
Lily.
little sus, huh?
mhm.
I
He's
had
an
a
imposter.
Lily,
Okay.
the Lily Den.
Well,
As much as I like to be sure, we did just dispose of the creature that was pretending to be him.
Show
Didn't
me.
we?
Show me where. Show me.
The creature?
If you don't mind, I'm just gonna put the body down. Yeah. Where?
Aspen will guide Zulkifli to a corner of the room where the one, it's formless now, like a gray featureless creature, but the one that used to be used covered in like mushrooms and fungal stuff.
Okay, I'll bend down and look at the goopy remains of the thing.
you know, Cormac is right that there could be more. Doesn't hurt to be careful.
I'm gonna stab it. Just
Yeah, just black slime comes out from the decay of the mushrooms.
Just to be sure.
I have a question, actually. For the moss that we pulled down off of the wall, what is it doing? Is it just being moss on the ground?
So
Or
glad you
is
asked.
it
Make a
like-
nature check, please.
Okay. I would love to see what this particular moss is capable of. 16. Let's
16.
go.
This is not like the moss you find in your forest. It seems to almost be a network. You're kind of looking at the red lines, and as they move away from the cave tunnel that's moves deeper into the cave network, it branches out, almost like veins as they branch from the heart.
I'd
Oh.
like to.
I was gonna ask that.
It's
really.
horrific to think about.
Yeah.
I'd like to cut out a square of this. Looks like a little mat of moss.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
So
take it
tracking-
with me.
Tracking backwards, which way is like the heart? They're
Inward,
converge
ain't it?
somewhere.
Inward from where you are now.
The center, the stone thing, or whatever that was.
Nope. So there's a tunnel. So you guys came in for the entrance tunnel. On the opposite side, there's another tunnel, and that's where it's leading to.
It goes in further. Gotcha.
Yep.
I say we go. We leave. Sudala.
There's only so many wasp nests that
Well,
I stick my nose in. This is certainly not one.
If we leave this here, who else is gonna stumble in here and suffer the same fate?
I'm not being paid to clean it out.
I
You could.
start moving the corpses up towards the exit of the cave.
I'll
I'll help him.
Perhaps we could simply block the way. So
That's a good
if there's
idea. I
anything
like
else in
that.
there, it cannot as easily get out.
Barry.
Berry first. After fire.
Sounds good.
And
to me.
I start with moving my father's corpse up out of the exit of the cave.
Mm. Mm.
Want to test how flammable this moss is. See if we'll be able to burn it away later.
Okay.
So I'll summon the bonfire again
Okay.
and grab, big armful of moss to throw in the fire.
Yeah. So as they're all moving the corpses out of the cave, you summon the bonfire and you throw some moss on, and it's a very soft, like when there's sap built up in logs, how like squeals a little bit, but you have to like really listen for it. That's what's happening to this moss. It's squealing as it burns. It doesn't burn quickly.
Oh.
So you're talking about like the like the moisture inside of it, like the steaming, basically, kind of,
Maybe.
or evaporating.
Maybe.
Can I roll something to determine if that sounds more like intelligent screams or like water evaporating? Like
Nature. I'm like, wisdom? No, nature.
Let's see. That is an 11.
11. Could be moisture, could be squeals of pain. You don't know.
Good heavens. Well, it's disconcerting either way. Whether it's alive or not, it sounds kind of like scream. Let me also try acid splash on some more moss and see how well that eats it away.
Same reaction.
Very slow.
Yeah.
So around this time, I think we're exiting the cave. I'm still helping with the bodies, and we're just gonna find a clear space out in the woods somewhere, like on the dirt.
Yeah.
I'll let the king lead.
I find just like a nice little area within the trees and start digging.
Cool. I'll lay the body down just with my hands.
And while we're digging, I want to go ahead and like kind of dip my finger or my thumb into some mud, and I want to draw a circle and a line going down the middle of that circle on my father's forehead, and then close his eyes.
Mm.
And then I'll just help digging.
You have other family?
Father.
Mother?
Father. And I shake my head no.
Brother, sister? No.
Shake my head. Father.
I'll put a hand on the shoulder.
And I'm gonna go ahead and kind of just gently lower his body into the hole that we dug for him. And just start burying him.
I'll push the soil over it. Body.
And then when we're done, I kind of turn and look towards the cave at the other bodies, and I just cremate. And just kind of start walking towards them to get them ready.
And I'll come out of the cave to report, say, this moss is strange. It will burn slowly, but it seems to resist both acid and fire.
That's curious. I'm gonna call Aspen over to me real quick.
Yes. What's going on?
Take a look at this.
The moss?
I'm gonna show him the square that I cut out.
Oh, I took a small sample when we walked into the cave.
Yeah, I probably took more than I should have. But okay. I just wanted to make sure you had a sample to look at as well. I think
Yeah.
that this is really curious. The aggressive nature of this plant is a little reminiscent of home, I guess.
A little bit. When we first found the first body in the cave, it seemed to be eating away at it in a way.
Yeah. I'm gonna stuff the moss into a gourd that I have for storage. Just kind of pack it in there. Pop a top on it, you know?
I think we should seal the entrance, cause a cave in.
How would we do that?
Well, we've recovered some of these weapons from some of the deceased. It's not exactly a pickaxe, but this longsword may be able to dig through the rock and earth a bit.
Does this kind of moss have a name, you think?
I mean, I'm sure it does, but I have no idea what it is.
And we know it's resistant to acid and fire.
I actually have a question to piggyback off of that question. Does the moss look like any other normal type of moss, except all, like the creepy variations and
Go
carnivore
ahead and
tendencies?
roll another nature check.
I got you.
This time with advantage since you have Aspen looking at it with you.
I appreciate that big time because that was a natural 1, so now it's 2. So much better.
Sorry, what was the total?
I got a 2.
A 2. On your
Mhm.
nature check?
It's an
Yes, sir.
intelligence check, not a wisdom. You can't blame a druid.
Look, I'm not very smart. I just feel the vibe. I just
You
know things.
have no idea. It was described earlier that this is not like normal moss you would find in any of your forests where you're from.
Okay, that's fair.
I have a quick question about the opening of the cave.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like straight in the side of like a mountain or something, or is there like trees growing on top of like the top of it?
So it's more like inside this, like the side of a hill within the forest.
Okay.
There are things growing on top, and it kind of goes down as there are some roots of trees kind of poking through.
Yeah.
There's also overgrowth that's kind of obscuring the entrance where it wouldn't be easily found.
So there is kind of roots growing through the like top of the
Yeah.
cave that might be holding it up, maybe?
I mean, only one way to find out.
All right. Are we ready to try to close this cave off?
I believe so.
Definitely.
Aspen's going to cast Chill Touch at some of the roots near the mouth of the cave
Okay.
for some necrotic damage.
For this, just roll damage. You don't have to roll to attack. You just automatically touch the roots.
So does 3 necrotic damage.
Yeah, so touching the roots, you notice that the trees above begin to wilt and shrivel, and as the roots kind of begin to recede and lose their ground, rather, you begin to hear like the sound of earth beginning to fall, and as the cave entrance begins to collapse. For a moment, Aspen, as you're looking into the entrance, there's a woman wearing a tattered dress, holding an infant, and the cave collapses.
Did anyone else perhaps see this woman?
Just Aspen.
Or oh,
Well, that worked. Well done.
It did work.
I think that if there's anything else in there with ill will, gonna have a hard time getting out.
If there was.
We should go find the merchants.
I agree.
Indeed. As much as it piqued my interest to see what else might have been in that cave, to know if any other evil worth vanquishing. This is the job we've been hired for.
Yes. Aspen just takes a really deep breath and starts walking back towards where the merchants were supposed to be.
That was an awfully deep breath. My brother doesn't do that a lot. I wonder if he's okay. Let me go ahead and ask an insight check and see if my brother is perhaps troubled by something. Brother, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay.
Successful?
It worked.
Nauseous? I felt a little nauseous from
I'm
that
always
cave.
a little bit nauseous
Oh, yeah.
these days.
Well, you can tell me anything.
Oh,
If you
I know,
found
sister.
something in that cave, might be good to know.
Oh, we
New
can't go back in.
plans. That's true.
I go ahead and gather my belongings and start following Aspen to where he was going.
Is anyone familiar with the use of a bow? This longbow here still seems to have some snap to it.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
could use a bow.
Gesture to Kydro.
There's also a mace. Anyone favors heavy weaponry? These two long swords.
Too heavy. Hmm. Maybe you can sell at the town.
Sure.
So we'll walk for a bit. Zill's just clenching his fist, scowling deeper than usual.
Do you want to talk about it?
No.
Okay. After a few moments of walking, you do end up getting back to the path where you left the cart and your merchant traveling companions who are sleeping soundfully among their goods. You approach the cart and the leader of the troop, the Marley, Robert Willowrot. He's going to say, "Oh, so you're back. Did you find any treasure?"
Yeah. Not much.
Disappointing.
We found a few victims. They did have a few possessions among them.
Hooray.
But
I kind of look at the merchants a little bit quizzically, trying to figure out who they are.
You found a friend.
Yeah. Look at our Kenku friend. You can follow. Come.
we're headed north towards Venaria.
Speaking of which, about the person that you met last night, there's Zulkifli. Didn't they say that there was plague up ahead?
Yeah, but oh no, it could be they were lying.
There are liars out on the road.
Indeed. The cave we discovered is certainly those of some sort of deceptive hunter that could take the form of another person.
Sounds like it could have been a real adventure. Anyway, we are burning daylight.
Indeed.
Probably move forward.
Yeah. Oh, look up. And it's still daytime, right? It's like morning, right?
Yeah, it's like at this point it's late morning, around 11.
Okay.
It's very humid. Yesterday it was raining the majority of the day. Now it's just that very by mid-afternoon you're gonna be in some heat with some high humidity. And now here's Chet with the sports. Anyway, so but no, it's gonna be a clear day, but it's just humid as you are moving forward along the path now.
Okay. And we're on foot, and the merchants are in their cart, which is full.
Yep. Just overbearingly full.
I'm gonna use prestidigitation regularly then. Just little puffs of wind to kind of try to keep a little bit cooler. Oh. Onwards then.
Very well. So, little bird friend, what's your name, if I may ask?
I look and tilt my head and murmur.
Sorry, I'll speak up. What is your name?
Murmur.
Oh, okay. I apologize.
I tilt my head again and just kind of get closer to you, just peering into your eyes a little bit. Murmur.
Right. Please don't do that. Well, I am Robert Willerot. I am a captain among the Marley Guild, traders of spirits, and as a circumstance, joy.
And I kind of look you over and then look at your cart and look back, and I just kind of like give a brief nod and like little bow.
Do you just so happen to take part in any kind of magic work or have any particular skills in that sort of field?
I hold out my hand and a little spark of flame comes out of my palm.
Excellent. Maybe you might be able to find some work in the city once we get there to take on the tower, collect some oxyarium for our guild, and earn some coin in your pocket along the way. Anyway, there's a stream that's a couple hours up ahead. We'll have to cross at the bridge. Is there anything that anybody would like to do over in the next few hours?
Yes.
We'll start with Astra.
All right, I'll be quick. I just want to make a tea for our new Kenku friend. Stuff, like some sunflower petals, some cornflower, cute stuff like that. So I'll make that for him and offer it. I do not know if you like tea, though.
I don't know if I like tea either.
You'll find out pretty quick.
Really, 99 cents a can.
I'm gonna go ahead and cautiously take it from your hand, look into it, just cock my head a little bit, and I take a little sip. And you know what? Just for the fun of it, I'm gonna roll a d20 on if I like this tea. This is probably some of the best tea that I've ever had.
It's bird
I
mix.
absolutely love it.
Let's go.
I rolled a 19. This is a very good tea.
Thank you.
And I look up at you, and I take another sip while I look up at you to try to show appreciation.
How tall are you?
I am. Oh man, how tall am I?
Kenkus are 3 to 4 feet tall.
You are looking up high, dog. You're looking up.
Yeah, I definitely am looking up at you for sure.
That was it.
Zokifli, there's something that you wanted to do?
At this time, are we kind of stopping for a bit, taking a bit of a break? Is that what we're just while we're drinking tea, that kind of thing?
If you want to take a short rest and pull off to the side, you can. I was assuming that she was kind of like infusing this tea as you were walking.
Oh, it's a good way to burn your mouth, actually. I think at this time, just still carefully, just watching us as we're taking a moment, he would just say, just suddenly, "I'm sorry. Sorry. They snuck up on me. I did not see them. I'm sorry."
Are you talking to anybody in particular?
Everybody.
I don't think it's your fault. You
It's
didn't
not.
even do the attack on the team. That wasn't you.
Those creatures work with deception. You strike me as an honest man. I don't
I
think
should have seen them or hurt them.
And as you're recalling this about something that looks like you attacking you, I kind of look at you a little bit with again with the look of familiarity. And I say, "Father! Cave, father! Same!"
Your father as well. They copy your father.
I give a brisk nod. "Father! Same!"
you see these creatures are very skilled at what they do. Don't hold it too hard against yourself if they deceived you. But you can take it as a lesson. You strike me as perhaps a proud warrior. But we can learn from our failures as well. It can make us stronger.
I will not let that happen again. I'll look to the merchants as well. And the other one, Albia, did you see him?
I didn't.
Go.
Then he
Too
wants
bad.
his own.
Well, luckily for all of you, that the pay is a lump sum and not by person, so more to go around, I guess. And none of the product was harm in the attack that you're speaking of, which is good to know that there was one, by the way. So nothing's gonna be docked from your pay as well.
Okay. Nervous. And then, having recovered 21 hit points for that short rest, I'm going to get ready for the walk ahead.
Yeah, if y'all want to go ahead and recover some hit points from a short rest, by all means, this walking can be considered a short rest. So you can go ahead and roll for that whenever you feel like it. Eventually you do begin to hear the sound of water on rocks as you kind of come out of the forest, and there is a stream up ahead with a simple wooden bridge with the water rushing under it. There are rocks, and when I say stream, it's more like a small river, right? So it's not like just a babbling brook or anything like that. Love alliteration. Anyway, there is a bridge, and it goes about 10-15 feet wide, and you all are about 50 feet back from it.
I'm sorry, what? How? This is a 15-foot long bridge? Did I hear that right?
Yeah.
This is a big bridge. I'd like to evaluate the integrity of said bridge.
So, I'm sorry, it's actually 30 feet across.
Dude, no way. This just, you doubled the size. It's even bigger now. You said a small bridge on a creek.
Hey, I
Wait,
don't
it's
make the
evolving.
rules.
It's growing. Okay. How do I check out if this bridge looks well made? I don't really know.
Well, you're currently back from the bridge. You want to move up to it to check
Oh,
the
yeah.
integrity of the bridge?
Oh yeah, in
Is it-
great strides.
Is it made of wood or is it stone?
It is wood with stone pillars on each of the four sides, just flat with a railing on the sides of it. It's actually around 20 feet wide.
And
Wood.
between so across the river, is it 30 feet? Sorry.
Yeah. You know, it would probably just be easier.
Oh yeah, show us a visual.
I
Would proficiency with carpentry tools help me at all in
Yes.
assisting Aspen in figuring that out?
So Astra and you, yeah, I mean, Astra, make a intelligence check
why'd you do that to me? I knew you were going for the wisdom.
with advantage.
I take it
No,
back.
I mean, I was thinking about like structural integrity, architecture. That's more like, that's not street smarts.
Okay, so I got a natural 1 and a natural 20. And since I have advantage, we'll take the 20.
The
Epic.
bridge seems very sturdy. You can go ahead and put your tokens on the map just so I know where your relative location is.
Okay.
And you are all going to be on the south side of this bridge.
Wow.
Oh, south
Isn't
side,
that
okay.
a great looking bridge?
Okay.
Nazmir. Never seen a better one.
Okay.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I noticed that whenever I pull my token in, it's like a bit small. I think same thing with Chloe.
That's so interesting how that happened. Hold on 1 second. I can go ahead and fix that now.
Perfect.
I didn't even notice that mine was that small.
Well, you should have. What's wrong with you?
It was so cute. Hello?
Small token.
My bad.
And I have my radius, my aura. That's always active. 10 feet.
I give you a radius, it's always active.
Okay.
What does that do?
It's my Halo of Spores.
Okay.
Always there.
Alright, so you should be good now. And I'll go ahead and get to horse carts on the map, just so we know where they are. This is all just for like informational purposes only.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Thank you. Yes.
There's
Beautiful
a-
copy
there's-
over across the
Wow, what a cart! It's bigger than the bridge.
This is the real challenge, guys. How do you get a cart that's bigger than a bridge across the bridge?
I think
Custom
you just wheel right over the
organization.
lake.
And let's go
Like,
ahead
I'm
and
pretty
get.
sure a cart that big could just go straight through the river, let's be honest. You would have no issue.
Itty bitty wheels.
So, just as we approach the bridge, Zolkifli's going to put his hand up and signal for them to stop.
What is it?
We check first.
You know, my
We look first.
yes.
Okay. I'm going to take my longbow out. Alright. And I'm going to just have a quick look just at this point, right at the start of this bridge. See if I spot anything, see if I see any obvious hiding places. Bushes, rocks, like that.
Make a.
I see you being kind of wary of your surroundings, and I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of back you up a little bit.
Make a perception check.
Sure. Do I do so with advantage or just the
Yeah,
straight roll?
it can be with advantage.
Cool. That is a... Ooh, gross. 11.
11 seems clear.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. And then I'm just gonna start walking across, waving towards Kydro to follow.
Alright, I'm gonna follow in suit.
So I guess at this time I'm just gonna slowly go across the bridge about 30 feet. Yeah, you just let me know if anything happens on the way. Bloop.
So 10 feet in
Okay.
from the start of the bridge, this very large clawed hand comes from the side of the bridge and swipes at you.
Damn.
Okay.
Get back.
That is going to be an 11 to hit.
It does not.
All right. So as you jump back and avoid the hit, another hit, claw rather, comes up over the side and pulling itself up from under the bridge with a long, fat nose and two glowing yellow eyes with the stringy black hair is this massive green monster. And at this time, everybody, I am going to need you all to roll initiative, please.
Oh.
Does our
As
wizard friend have a
he should. So, Justin, if you go ahead and go into your player journal along the side, like there's a chat window and then there's like a newspaper looking thing at the top there, you can click and drag your character name onto the map.
Here, wait, let me see. That chat window, newspaper looking thing. Oh, look at that.
You got it.
See, that's what I was trying to figure out earlier while you guys were all doing that. I'm going to be honest with you.
What did you get
You got it.
for your initiative?
Gonna roll it right now. I got a 4, a whopping 4.
Or all right, and the Robert from the back is gonna yell, "See, this is what I was telling you about. These streets are dangerous." And with that, we're gonna go ahead and start. Zulkifli is up first. Nazmir, you are on deck. Let's start with combat, everybody.
Okay, Zulkifli just leaping back. He's going to go about 15 feet this way. And he's going to use his bonus action to... he's still holding his longbow in one hand. With his other hand, he's going to draw one of his karambit and just make a quick slice along his shoulder, just following the curvature of one of the scars on his shoulder. And his longbow, the strings are just going to gleam a little bit, sort of orange flicker of flame. He's going to stow the karambit, and then he's going to draw an arrow and fire at the creature.
Okay.
And that is going to be 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Cool. It's going to deal... I'll just roll it here. Okay. Cool. It's going to be 13 points. Okay. So it's going to be 10 points of piercing damage
Okay.
and 3 points of fire damage.
Okay.
3 points of fire.
Okay.
Cool. Yep. That's the turn. I'm going to stay back here, and I'm just going to roll a quick thing to see how much damage it took. Yep. Cool. It took 1 point of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the turn.
So just these wounds appear on its shore as the arrow goes past it, and it like kind of cauterizes the wound as it goes by as well. And it roars out in pain and bares its fangs and then stares intensely at you. With that, we are up to the next person, which will be Nazmir, and then the creature is on deck.
Okay, so I look up and I say, I had a breakthrough when we fought those creatures. I'm going to try this out now. And I'll use Manifest Echo to create sort of another copy of me. And I'm going to have it, it's got to start within 15 feet of me. So
Happy level up, everybody.
Like
right
manifest
here.
echo.
Yep.
That would explain how he's able to take care of 10 kids at once.
Oh, I wish I had that ability.
Might need a few
No,
more.
No, in that case, my echo was my sweet wife, Rose. Can I just put another token?
Yeah, you
Is
can
that-
look and drag another token, yeah.
Okay.
And I will put a color dot on this one just so we know what's the echo and what's not.
Okay.
There we go. Look at that.
Okay, so I'm gonna have it move up a little closer. I think my bonus action is to summon it. Oh, but when I take the attack action. Okay. So, and I'm going to use the attack action from my Echo's vantage point to attack.
Okay. I do have a question for you. Does your echo take damage?
Yes, it has 1 hit point. It has an AC of 16.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
so
know,
it
no
can be-
reason, of course. I just like to know
Right.
things.
No, it can be destroyed.
Oh, okay. Roll to attack, please.
Okay. That is a 7.
A 7th miss. So your echo kind of like pulls itself from your form and 15 feet from you and then swipes. But this creature manages to dive out of the way, missing its strike.
Sounds good.
Anything else for your turn, my friend?
I believe I can attack again. Yeah. Whenever I take the attack action, I can make 1 additional melee attack from the Echo's position. Okay. So let me do 1 more. That's a 14.
14 will just miss.
Okay. Careful, everyone. He's a bit slippery.
Anything else for your turn?
That will end my turn. I will lay a card face down in defense mode.
Okay. So the creature is going to run up along the side here and go right here. And he watches it takes its claws, it raises them, and it slashes it down its own stomach. As it does so, this green bile splashes out in 15 feet around it.
Oh.
So from the middle point here, that's going to get Zul, Nazmir, Aspen. It's going to get all of you.
Any saving throw to consider, or is it straight?
Yes, I need a Constitution saving throw, please. It's going to take 2d6 slashing damage.
God damn.
Did you say this is a cone?
A con save, and it's a cube.
Okay, so my Echo needs to make it as well.
Yep.
15-foot cube?
Yep.
Okay.
I should have declared which was which.
Regardless, every one of your tokens is in the range.
I mean, for my 2 saves that I just rolled.
Oh, yeah. I'll trust you make good judgment with it. So the DC is going to be 16. If you failed, you're going to take the full poison damage, and you're going to be poisoned for 1 minute. On a successful save, you're going to take half as much damage, and you're not poisoned. This poison effect can be done re-rolled. The save for it can be re-rolled at the end of each of your turns. So, just going to do a little bit of reminders, a little bit mind refreshers of what poison means for everybody. If you are poisoned, sorry, let me open up the other side of my DM screen. You have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, and that is it. All right. Any questions about that?
How much was
19 points of poison damage,
okay?
or half as much if you succeeded. Who is poisoned?
Gross.
I am, and my Echo is gone.
All right.
Did we get healed from our fight in the cave?
You took a short rest.
Okay, got it.
All right, so Nazmir is poisoned. Anybody else poisoned?
Yeah.
So Kifli is poisoned.
I'm also poisoned.
Kydro is poisoned. Okay. And that is it. So, Zulkifli, you took the full amount of damage,
Uh-huh.
which was how much again? Sorry. 19.
19.
Okay. And then Kydro also took full damage, which was 19.
I did as well.
Okay.
I didn't realize I was muted up. I also took full damage and poison.
Oh. All right. So Murmur, you took 19 points. Oh my God, Murmur, that's a lot for you.
Yeah.
And then Cormac. Oh, he needs to make his save. He succeeds. He'll take half. Sorry, this is a lot. Nazmir, you took full.
Though I am resistant as a Hell Dwarf.
Ah, so you only took half. So that would be 8. And then Astra also took 8. Excellent. All right. And that is going to be the end of its turn. It is now Kydra's turn.
All right, so I'm going to start this turn with a. Let's go with Step of the Wind, so that I can do a bonus action disengage, and move back over this way 30 feet, and with him, just separate from the party in a straight line. You guys are gonna watch as Kydra fills up his lungs with air. And then through his lips, he expels this thin beam of lightning that grows out to be 5 feet, and it just attempts to hit this monster with it. As he uses Breath of the Dragon.
What's the save on it?
It is a DC 12 dex save.
Dex save. Let's see if this creature, unnamed creature, is dexterous. That is going to be an 18.
Oof. Alright, yeah. So it's going to take half damage.
And what's the total?
Total is going to be 7 lightning damage. So half of that would be 3.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's
So let's see here. As the lightning hits, you watch as poison splashes out from its body and 5 feet around it. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Aspen, it is now your turn.
Okay, so Aspen is going to use his bonus action to cast Shillelagh on his staff. And he will use his action to point over at Nazmir and cast Enlarge.
Who is he?
So, yeah, if he's willing, he gets brought up to size large, and he does, let me see, I think an extra D4 on his weapon attacks.
Medium.
Dwarves are medium, I think.
They're medium.
I'm so tall now.
He amazingly is going to have a lot harder time finding clothes at Abercrombie and Fitch now.
These are custom
Advantage on
made.
strength checks and strength saves, and you do an extra D4.
Cool.
And I will move back a little bit, actually. You know, I don't like that acid.
All right. Cool. Anything else for your turn there, Aspen? Are you good?
That's it.
Astra is next with Murmur on deck. So Kifri is in the hole.
Wow, there are a lot of terms going on for you. I'm gonna do the same thing that Aspen did. I'm gonna move away from this creature. I don't like it.
Okay.
Then I'm going to go ahead and moonbeam this thing.
Okay. Where
That's
are
a
you
con
centering it?
14. That's a great question. I'm gonna put it. Hold on. Let me get a little diagram going here, like here.
All right, so like this.
Will you move it down one, like 5 feet? Is that gonna hit Sue Kifley?
Nope.
Then yeah, we're good.
Okay, and it's a con save for Moonbeam, I think.
14.
That is going to be a 19.
That's so cringe. Okay.
But it still takes half damage, I believe.
Yes.
So what is that?
Great question. We're gonna find out together. 3.
3 points of damage. All right, it does splash more poison around the place, but doesn't hit anybody. Luckily, for now. Anything else for your turn there, Astra?
No, just no.
Okay, Murmur, it's your turn. Zul's up next, up at the top of the round.
I go ahead and see that acid that he sprays as well, and I kind of move back a little bit here.
Okay.
And I hold out my hand and ignite a flame and launch a firebolt at the creature. With real fast with the poison, you said what's the disadvantage on?
Any attack rolls or ability checks? Are you poisoned?
Yes. So I will go ahead and roll twice for this. Let's see, first
It
one.
wouldn't affect. Oh, fireball. Yeah.
It is an attack roll.
Yeah, so with disadvantage, then I got a 13 on the attack.
13 would miss. Coughing and struggling to breathe, you launch out a firebolt and it just goes wide and completely misses this creature altogether.
I think that that will end my turn.
Very well, Zul Kifley, Nazmir's on deck.
Okay, so Kifley's gonna fall to about there and he's gonna attempt just coughing and like feeling sick through the poison. He's gonna attempt to attack this thing with disadvantage with his longbow. Here it comes. Excuse me. Coughing for real over here. Oh, that's a shame. It could have been a nat 20, but it was a 16 instead.
16 will hit. By the way, everybody who's taking their turns while poisoned, you get to make your con save at the end of your turns. DC is 16 to get rid of the poison effect. Go ahead, Zulkifli, roll damage.
Cool. This time it's 7 points of piercing, 2 points of fire, 9 total. I don't know.
9 total. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Great. Making the con save now. Let's find out. DC was 16. You said.
DC is 16. Aspen
Still
is no
poisoned.
longer poisoned. Kydra's still poisoned.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna plant here. That's it.
And I got a con save of 18, by the
So
way.
you are no longer poisoned. All right, Nazmir, it is now your turn.
Okay. Let's run up to this guy, and we're gonna attack him.
With disadvantage.
Well, actually,
Oh, he did. He hit me with the actually my worst fear.
I've got this other great thing that I haven't had a chance to use yet called Restore Balance. I'm not certain if I can use it on myself, though. It does say when a creature I can see is about to roll.
Ooh.
It's either.
I'm pretty sure that does include you. Yeah.
I guess I can see myself, so. I can cancel it out
Sure.
and just make it a normal.
Okay.
Just look into the
Restore
water.
Balance.
See your
There you go.
reflection.
It's a 19.
That will hit.
Okay. That's 4, because it's one-handed. And I will go ahead and bonus action summon my Echo again.
You do get an extra D4.
That's right.
All right.
Oh, also, here's a question. If I'm bigger Does that mean my echo is bigger when I summon?
I'll say no. I'll look into it later though. For now, no.
Okay. Let me roll one more d4 for that.
Nazmir, you are going to take 13 points of poison damage divided by 2 because you're resistant, so 6.
Okay.
So as you hit it, you do get splashed with the poison coming out from this creature's body. How unsanitary.
Oh, I'm gonna have to clean these very thoroughly later. That was another 3 from the enlarged spell for damage.
An extra 3. All right. Yeah, he's looking a little sliced and diced, but still standing strong. Anything else for your turn there, Nazmir?
One more attack with my echo.
Okay.
16.
16 will hit.
3 damage.
Okay, both you and your echo are going to take poison damage. That is going to be 14 divided by 2, so 7.
There's no save, that just hits.
It just hits.
Okay. Alright. That'll be my turn.
All right. Nazmir is attacking, getting splashed with the poison, and now it's the creature's turn. And you guys watch as its wounds begin to close and it begins to regenerate. And it's going to take its turn now. It is going to. Is Moonbeam when it starts its turn or ends its turn? Astra, could you specify, please? I feel like I could just scroll up.
Let me see. It's a great question. The start of the turn.
All right, so it needs to make another con save. That is going to be a 13.
Oh, it doesn't make it. It's a full 12 damage.
Full
Huge.
12 points of damage.
That's exciting.
All right. Nazmir, you get splashed again.
Sorry.
12, so 6 points of poison damage. All right, so it's going to move out of here. It's going to run right here. Hi, Kydro.
Hello.
And it's going to attack Kydro once. Kydro, this with its claw, that's going to be a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
All right, so that is going to be a total of 8 points of slashing damage plus 4 more points of poison.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. How you looking, Kydro?
1 hit point. Not good.
It's going to whip around and it's going to slash at Nazmir. Nazmir, I don't actually know if this hits or not. That is going to be a 13 to hit.
It does, in fact.
Don't you get armor class bonus from enlarge?
Oh, that's right.
Do you?
I thought you did.
Wait, no, it's strength, advantage on strength.
I could
What am I thinking of?
Haste.
Haste, yeah, haste.
Oh, yeah.
So 13 does hit you?
Yeah.
All right, so that is going to be 10 points of slashing damage.
Is that already reduced or
The slashing.
slashing?
And then an additional 4 that's already reduced of poison. So a total of 14 points.
Okay, that's enough to knock me out.
Nazmir goes down as he is now unconscious. All right. So there's that. And then
It's just a moment. It did get
It's
a 23. on
going.
poison.
So it just moved. Hold on. I'm trying to figure something out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's its maximum. So it's going to bite Kydro.
All right.
Kydro, that is going to be a 12 to hit.
Doesn't not hit.
So after it slashes you, whirls around, slashes at Nazir, you watch as Nazir goes down and then takes its rotten looking teeth and tries to bite down on your shoulder, but you, holding your stomach from being slashed across, manage to dodge out of the way using your monk-like skills, and that will be the end of its turn.
All right. So Kydro's gonna get out of there. He's gonna use. Oh no, no more key points.
Oh no.
Oh wait. No wait, we did do a short rest. I do have my key points back. Spare the one I used earlier. So I will use a key point to do Step of the Wind and run away. I'm gonna run 40 feet over here next to my comrades. Am I able to go right here, or is that like inside the carriage?
Oh, I'll say you can. So Kydro, holding his stomach, bleeding, his veins turning black from the poison, runs away and does what?
He's gonna turn around and he's gonna fill up his lungs one more time and he's gonna shoot another breath of the dragon at this guy. But instead of being lightning, it's gonna be a. Hold on, is he in range actually? Just barely. Yeah. He's gonna get the back half of this fire beam that he's shooting at him. So I need another dex save. DC 12.
That is going to be a 4.
4. So he will take full damage. That's 5 fire damage.
5 points of fire damage. You watch as some of the poison splashes down Nazmir. Nazmir, please add 1 fail.
Okay.
Alright. So after he does that, he's going to. Does he notice Nazmir getting splashed by the poison?
What's your passive perception?
Passive perception. 12?
12? Yeah, it's pretty obvious. You guys have been watching this poison splash.
Yeah, let's focus on healing Nazmir before we hurt that thing anymore. We might actually get Nazmir in some serious trouble.
I hope one of y'all have
In a matter
healing.
of just 6 seconds, you just hear Kydra say that whole 2 sentences.
Very
Anything
Very
else your
fast
turn?
fucker. Yeah, he's gonna just end his turn.
All right, Aspen, it's your turn. Sir Aspen?
He's in shock.
Shock. A
I
horror.
get it.
So basically, alright, I'm trying to figure out what to do.
Oh, I got so scared.
I'm going to make sure that that thing is not close to Nazmir
But you do notice
Okay,
music
So-
how are you gonna do that?
and
too,
cast.
that whole, like, that
Aspen's gonna whip his hand out and like a
thing,
big,
so-
just gross string of like fungus is gonna go at the big creature, and he's gonna cast Thorn Whip.
Okay. Is that an attack roll or a save?
It is an attack roll.
Okay.
I'll pick up.
A 22 to hit,
22
and it
will
is
hit.
pulled 10 feet towards
Where
us.
is-
All right. So this mycelium from a number of fungi that erupts from the ground wraps themselves around this creature, stabbing it with spikes as it does so, and pulls the 10 feet closer. Okay.
Takes 4 piercing damage, but it's, far away from Nazmir, so.
Yeah. Poison sprays from the new wounds under its skin.
Dang it.
And yeah, let me see if I can do anything as my bonus action. Nah, I can't.
Okay. It is now Astra's turn. Murmur, you're on deck.
Yeah, and as much as I would love to, help Nazmir, I know that I have no more healing left to give. So instead, I'm gonna reach down, pick up some pebbles, some rocks, some heavy sediment. I'm gonna throw it at him, use magic stone. Um, no way.
What'd you roll?
I got an 8 to hit, so
That will miss.
yeah. Okay, for sure. That's about it. Thank you.
I know that you're new to Druid. Aren't you able to relocate Moonbeam as a bonus action?
Great question. Yeah, I can move it up to 60 feet.
How interesting.
How interesting. How curious. Thank you.
So you're not gonna do it?
Oh, fine, I'll do it.
Okay.
I'm trying to avoid it. I hear you. I'll go ahead and
Okay.
move over, Bong. You're so
So
funny
it's
with that.
entering the Moonbeam's face again for the first time. It will roll again. That is gonna be a 9. Can you go ahead and roll damage for that?
Of course. 13.
13 points of radiant damage. All
Whoa.
right.
Thank you. I'm gonna say wisdom.
Murmur, it's your turn.
Real fast, looking at this creature, how well does he look? How's he looking right now?
He's looking hurt. He has many wounds with poison dripping from it, a few burns here and there. Yeah.
All right. Murmur, kind of just seeing how he is, he's gonna kind of move in and face towards the creature, letting out a very loud caw as he holds out both of his hands towards the creature. And I'm gonna go ahead and cast Burning Hands. So 15-foot cone shape going towards the creature itself. And I'll need you to make a dex saving throw of 15.
Does not succeed. It has that's a 6.
Has 6. All right, so it's gonna take 3d6 of damage.
Okay.
And I give it 11 damage.
Caught me. Good one. No, an 8. My bad. So what's the total damage it takes?
11.
11 points of damage. All right.
Fire damage.
Fire damage. Anything else for
And
your
if
turn?
you consider this creature flammable, I don't know, it ignites, flammable objects. I don't know. Yeah.
I figure creatures are flammable. Oh yeah, it's on fire.
It's poisonous blood, and now it's on fire.
It's being nuked from the sky. It is on fire. It's spitting poison with every hit. This thing is a mess. Oh my goodness.
Anything else for your turn, Murmur?
I forget, after an attack, are you able to move again at all, or is that just it?
You can move.
I'm gonna back up a little bit here. I think that should be still less than 30 feet. So
I think you're good.
yeah, I'm gonna back up and call that my turn.
Call that your turn. Okay. Zogilly's your turn.
Bird cleanse.
18 to hit with disadvantage, as just Zolkifli's just gonna try to breathe through this poison and hit it again with a longbow.
That will hit.
Okay, cool. It's gonna deal. This time it's gonna deal 8 points piercing, 3 points fire, 11 total.
Okay. It's looking
Okay.
real hurt.
Real hurt, huh? Okay, great. He's gonna just sort of move a little bit this way, 10 feet. He's gonna get there, right there. Okay, good. That's it.
Nazir, can I get a death save, please? We have one on the
Yeah.
board.
Oh no.
You got your con save note?
Oh no. Oh yeah, I got my con save. Oh no, Nazmir.
There we go.
That is the second fail for Nazmir. A natural 1 on the board for Noah.
My con save.
Ding. All right. So it is now the creature's turn. It's going to start to regenerate. Very interesting. And it
why
is
not?
it's on fire. It's angry. I need you to go ahead and roll for your damage for Moonbeam. Its con save is going to be a 13.
You know, that still fails, unfortunately, but I appreciate its effort, and that's 10 damage.
And can you go ahead and roll 1d6 for the fire damage for me, please, Justin? Unless Burning Hand says it takes a different amount of fire damage every turn. You're muted.
Yeah, I totally knew that.
Yeah.
With Burning Hands, it doesn't necessarily say creature being caught on fire. That was just more of a cheeky.
I'll allow it
cheeky
because
let's
rule
see.
of cool. So 1d6 is, I think, the standard for things on fire.
Being on fire.
Yeah.
So you take a whopping one fire damage.
All right. It is on fire. It is dripping poison. It's being burnt by radiant. It's going to go on all fours and just lunge itself towards Aspen.
Ah,
All right.
Aspen, no.
So it enters your circle of spores.
I get to take my reaction and deal necrotic damage.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, let me roll this really quick. Shit. Finding it. There you go. 3 necrotic damage.
Okay. You watch as all of its wounds begin to fester and blacken and just rot. And you get the feeling that it's no longer able to regenerate at this moment in time.
What was that? I'm sorry.
It's real hurt. It's not going to be able to regenerate for this turn due to the necrotic damage. But it's going to swipe at you with its claw. Its big, meaty claws. That's going to be a 23 to hit.
Easily.
Okay. Oh, also the necrotic damage did not do any poison splash, by the way.
Okay, nice. That's good to know.
That is going to be 10 points of slashing damage
All right.
plus 2 points of poison damage.
So 12. Okay.
12. That is correct. So that, and then it's going to attack. Let's see, who else do I have here? It's going to swipe at Kydro again.
No.
That is
How
going
much
to
did-
be a 9 to hit.
9 misses.
Okay. It's going to try to bite Kydro.
Ah!
That's a 16 to
much?
hit.
16's right on my AC.
Oof.
That's gonna hit.
There's actually less damage than its claws though. So it's going to be 8 points of poison damage plus 1. I'm sorry, 8 points of piercing damage plus 3 poison. So Kydro is unconscious.
Catcher goes down, yeah.
Amazing. And that will be the end of the creature's turn.
hoping you were going to say life.
Oh, he's still standing. Yeah. Kydro, I need a death save.
Alright. Kydro's gonna do a little convulsion.
Foaming at the mouth.
We do a little foaming at the mouth.
Small
That's an
creature.
18.
That's a success.
Boom.
Nice job.
Nice.
Do I get to roll for the poison while I'm unconscious?
No.
No. Alright. That's all I got.
Aspen, it's your turn.
All right, so Aspen notices what happened with the necrotic damage, and he's gonna take his staff and slam it on the ground. And originating from this point right here, he is you're gonna see flowers start to sprout around Nazmir, but fungus and mushrooms start to sprout around this creature, and he's casting Wither and Bloom.
Wow.
Okay.
And Nazmir gets to roll one of his hit dice to regain HP, and it needs to make a Constitution save.
Ooh. Come on, Opalite, die. Don't.
Do I get to roll it regardless, or do I need to wait?
No, you get to roll it like
20.
now. It's 20.
Mhm.
All right, it takes half damage. It takes that's 3 necrotic damage.
Aspen, how do you want to do this?
So yeah, at the same time as Aspen brings Nazmir back to consciousness, he this creature just starts getting like eaten away from the outside by this fungus and all these mushrooms growing on top of it, and it just coughs up a bunch of spores and falls to the ground.
All right. And as the creature falls, that will end combat. And that will also be exactly where we'll take our mid-session break, everybody. So, so everyone, don't forget that this stream is brought to you by HelloFresh. Use !HelloFresh for a direct link, or go to HelloFresh.com and use our code POGSE13807 to get up to 16 free meals plus 3 surprise gifts across 6 HelloFresh boxes. Amazing deal, especially with how expensive everything is going, or getting rather. Save some money on some groceries for your first week, and then, you know, if you don't like it, cancel. It's fantastic. But I absolutely would recommend it. It is wonderful. And Noah, what you got for us?
Well, as it happens, we put all of our episodes up on YouTube. So if you're just checking in now, by all means, you can catch up on our adventures so far. This is now session 3 of campaign 2. We've got most of campaign 1 over it. Session 4. Session 4. 4. Did I say 3? It's 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1. But we also have most of campaign 1 over on YouTube as well. And we're on Spotify, or wherever it is you get your podcasts. You can listen to our beautiful sonorous voices beaming directly into your ear flaps. And with that, I want to tell you, we love you very much. Thank you for tuning in so far, and stay with us until after the break.
All right, everyone, we will be back after our break and these following messages. Stick around! And welcome back, everyone. So, where we last left off, the party, the Seekers were about to cross a bridge when they were attacked by a creature of some sort, which they just recently defeated. You sit here with Kydro currently down. Nazmir was brought back up.
Can I try to help Kydro?
Go ahead.
How do you want to try to help Kydro?
Physically, medically, because I don't have any magic for that.
Astra, I can bring him up if I can get him to eat these. And Aspen will cast Good Berry in his hands.
Those are the best.
And just creates a bunch of tiny little small mushrooms, actually. And you'll kneel on the ground and try to feed them to Kydro.
Make a medicine check with advantage, please.
Alright. With advantage.
Yeah. The chewing's the easy part. It's the swallow.
Whoa.
Of 26.
Yeah, so with very professional and experienced hands, you feed these to Kydro. Him to chew, you like rub the throat to get him to swallow. And you come back with 1 hit point.
Hi.
Eat these.
Oh, sweet mushrooms. I love these. He's just gonna.
He'll give you like 4 of them. 4 more, and then give the rest of them to Nesmir. So you get
Alright.
5 hit points back, Nesmir.
Thank you.
Wow, that
Really,
was quite a show, everyone. Oh, you did
Yeah,
great.
so you stand there with healing potion just already uncorked, and then he's gonna cork it back in and just stow it.
Did that foul beast disturb any of the cargo?
No, we were perfectly safe back here.
Good.
Does anyone know
Are these
like,
even
what that
fixable?
was?
How are my clothes? Are they burned and stuff?
They fixable.
The acid has, or it's not acid, it's poison. They're messy. They're not burned. They're torn a little bit.
Okay. Do some prestidigitation, then clean them up. Have to get a sewing kit when I get to town.
And what was that, Astra, you were asking earlier?
Oh, I was just curious if anyone knew what that was. It's quite ugly and horrific.
It looks like my ex-wife.
Seemed pretty disgruntled with us crossing over this bridge.
You think maybe there were more? Just one.
I don't know how many could fit under that bridge, but we can check.
I'll go check. I'll grab the sides of the bridge and I'll look over underneath.
No more grumpy trolls living under the bridge.
I'm gonna go ahead and walk towards this one and kneel down, kind of looking at it, and I'm gonna look at the group and cremate, and then like look back at the creature.
Yes,
About
we should.
what if we return it to nature?
And then I look at you and I nod.
Aspen's gonna just, conjure up the skeletal hands, cast Chill Touch on it to try to
put a hand up first.
Yeah.
And it's okay if he's gonna just go forward with just a little glass vial he's got from his alchemist supplies, and he's gonna take a little bit of the poison, a little bit of some of the.
Make a medicine check.
Sure.
Robert Willowrot, your sponsor, is gonna walk up and put it like a handkerchief over his face, and he's like, "It looks rotten, doesn't it?"
It does.
You will get a vial of the poison.
Cool.
It's nothing like I've ever seen before. What even is this thing?
Not sure, but it seemed to not respond well to my decay. And if everybody's done doing what they need to do with the body or whatever, Aspen will at least try to. He'll ask for some help to drag it off the path a little bit, at least, so it's not in the way of anybody.
Okay. 1,
and
3.
Yep. He'll drag, and then once it's in place, he'll just cast Chill Touch on it a few times to try to decay the body enough to where it's just nutrients for the soil.
Well, there's a small village up ahead on the road here. You can get to it by nightfall. Maybe stay there for the night.
Again.
Sounds good.
Okay. Jump.
I'll do kind of a quick prayer to myself and join the group there.
Any sign of remains from other travelers?
Roll for investigation.
Sure. Natural 20. 23.
So underneath this bridge, there is a nest. There's not enough remains to make it seem like as if every traveler that's passed over it was attacked and eaten, but there's enough remains to say that this creature has eaten its fill of travelers who have crossed this bridge, and smart enough to not attack every single one. Well, it was smart enough.
Okay, cool. Anything left over in those remains? Do I notice anything as I'm finding that nest?
Nothing necessarily left over. You will be able to find 20 gold.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Just because you rolled a natural 20. And one small gemstone.
What color is it?
Purple.
Okay. We'll come up. Having pocketed the gold. Hold up the gemstone. Put it in my pouch.
Oh. Pretty. Oh.
It's good we killed this thing. There are many other people come along here. It must have killed it. Never mind. Good. Good we killed it.
Such are the dangers of this world. The cities are relatively safe. Countryside, not so much.
From what we've seen, the cities haven't been very safe.
Relatively.
I would like to try and sketch a picture of what this monster looked like in my little journal. How well
Roll
do I do
performance.
that? Gotcha. Okay. 20. Not a natural, but a 20.
20. Surprisingly good detail.
That's good. I feel pretty satisfied with that.
So as you all gather back together in your group and begin to move forward with the cards, is there anything that anyone would like to do over the next few hours before you get to the village?
Keep an eye out for bandits. That's what we're gonna do.
Roll for
You
perception.
know they're along this road. Yeah. Okay.
There's somewhere along this road. Where exactly? Who's to say?
Yeah. Where'd they go? Alright, they're around here somewhere. These freaking bandits are stealthy. That's gonna be 22.
22. Okay. So at this
Yep.
point in your journey, you have traveled for a few days. And as you travel, it starts to go into the late afternoon, early evening, as Zulkifli's the first one to notice. No bandits so far. But there is a town, kind of. This fog begins to roll in, kind of hovering over this landscape. The farms are empty, the surrounding farmland, no activity going on. As you approach the village itself and the small wooden garrison that they have, there is a guard that is wearing this mask with a long pointed nose. And on a staff, he is holding a incense burner that kind of has this smog around him and itself that's just very pungent and herbal. Stay back.
Quick
None may
question.
enter. Yeah.
All right. Before we got too close to the village, Aspen would want to pull Astra behind the cart just to obscure view and say, "Should we assume a disguise as we enter this town?"
I do think so. Who knows what we're gonna find?
All right. Then Aspen will shrink down about 6 feet, to about 6 feet, and assume the form of a wood elf. His usual disguise.
Oh yeah, I'll be about 5'5". Same deal. What else? Same hair color, all that good stuff. Big ol' nose.
Cool. Zulkifli's seen all this before, and he's gonna just clock their faces to make sure he knows how to track these two. Because they're always changed.
So the guard will repeat himself. None may enter. There's sickness in the air.
So they weren't lying.
What sickness?
Disease. Eating away at these people.
I'm sorry, what's the cause? Remind me?
If we knew the cause, we could hopefully find a cure, but we've been asking for travelers from the Fey Guild for a while. From on, they haven't arrived.
They not coming.
Perhaps we found some of them.
Yeah.
Like he said, those are the ones you sent for. They won't be coming.
And
So
we
it's
are
just some
truly
creature.
lost.
Maybe we could. Well, what are the symptoms? What's happening to people?
I mean, one day you seem fine, and then you begin to feel tired. And soon a fever grows, and small pustules begin to form across the body, turn black and rot. A number of other things, mutations have happened as well. Some people have grown horns. Others just abnormal magical symptoms. Seems.
Seems very strange. I will look to the group for any help. Y'all recognize that?
Does that sound familiar, TM? Given what I know about my background, given anything that I might have been exposed to as a child.
Roll nature check. Medicine. Sorry.
Medicine. Okay. 2 sec. Medicine. Okay. Oh, that's an 18, sir.
18. I mean, more so your time sailing. Often diseases would be spread by mercantile ships. Most diseases are just referred to as the sickness. They're not directly named. This one doesn't seem necessarily like something that you have experienced firsthand. As you know, pus-filled pustules are a common form of like a plague. It seems to be what's spreading here.
Okay, so this is something I would have heard of just through the sailors, that kind of thing, but not actually seen. Okay. So Zulkifli's shaking his head and asked his question. They call it's plague. Very bad. We should go. Unless you think maybe you can heal.
I can't imagine. I just wonder if. I mean, we're so far away from the cave, but what if the moss or something adjacent to that is affecting this town? It was a thought I had. But again, I would just have to look into it more, and I don't want to get sick.
It is a good distance.
It is
Did we?
pretty far, good hours.
Yeah, between here and the cave, TM, did it look like any sign of sickness or blight affecting the woods?
None that you can recall.
That creature. wouldn't exactly call that a beautiful bouquet.
We can find. Well, just to the merchants. We can make a camp. No going here. This one cannot. Stop. Block. We go somewhere else.
I mean, we can go around the village. Hopefully we don't
I'll
bring
look
anything
to
back with us to Vernaria that we've already been exposed to.
I'm just looking at the guards and water, the river over there. This one can, or is it has a plague or what?
Most of our water here is drawn from wells.
Okay. I think we don't go in. We go.
I,
What you think? Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I agree. If I'm not a doctor or a skilled in healing magic, and I have a family to consider, I couldn't afford to get any of them sick.
That
Get sick
makes
so that I
sense.
couldn't see any of them again.
I know our mother knew magic that could heal certain disease, but we aren't at that level yet. I'm afraid.
I'll just look over at Murmur. Doctor, healer.
I look at you and I kind of look at the guard. Barry, dead.
We've done plenty of that.
And then I look back at you, Zol, and almost perfectly sounding like you, I say, camp. And I kind of turn away from the guard at the village.
Camp. Okay. We'll start leading the troop. I guess we'll lead the caravan to a clearing somewhere. Trying to go find a source of water.
The guards will mention if you plan on going around, there is a forest nearby, with a wooded area that you might find some shelter and comfort in, rather than out in the open. Some of the livestock have gotten ill as well, along with the crop. It's not an ideal situation. If you so happen to find any Feywind members when you head to your destination, please notify them that we are in need.
Of course.
Okay, can. Hey, this one, the plague. How far? Where? They have this one in Vanaria or what?
What was your question?
This
Or is it-
the plague. Do they have it in Vanaria also?
To my knowledge, they don't.
Only here. Here only.
I mean, we've not allowed anybody to leave the town.
Good. Okay. Okay, can. Okay, cool. Just nodding at them as we're going.
All right. So, where are you headed?
To a small, to hopefully a good camping site, somewhere
Sure.
that's far enough away that doesn't seem or look despoiled by plague, especially if the crops and so forth or the animals are affected, but
Okay.
not too far from the road that we're going to get lost either. Sorry,
Yeah. So you travel for just a few more hours, going around the village, avoiding what looks to be sickly or plague ridden, and you do find yourself back on the road where you are Now, once again, in like a wooded area, between, you know, Verna and Vernaria, about here on the map, if you're looking relatively close, about halfway to Vernaria. You find a open area with, you know, some canopy above you to protect you from elements or give you shade in the morning, and you decide to set up camp. Well, this is less than ideal. I was hoping to sleep in a nice bed this evening.
Well, I will need help setting up the camp.
Imagine how much worse off those poor people are in that town.
I would have
At least
just
it's not that bad for us.
paid for a cleric to heal me, give them a nice donation to their temple. Sorry,
Okay.
that was insensitive. I mean,
So
Poor
you
people.
find a cleric, you give the cleric your money, pay him, he goes to the village, cures the sickness, the plague. Then next time you come through, you can sleep in your bed. Even.
I think I'll say goodnight at this point.
With that, when the merchant says, you know, just very casually, oh, I mean, poor people, I kind of shoot him almost almost like a death glare, very angrily at him. Before I just reach into my pack and pull out my my sleeping or my bedroll and roll that out.
Yeah, so in this wooded area, there are a few of these like bioluminescent bugs as they're kind of like dancing around between the trees and the cold spring air. Are you lighting a fire by chance?
I assume we would want to fire.
Both Nima and Ruar, so not Nima and Kresna, your two moons are full in the sky, casting both blue and purple light on the landscape and trees around you. And like you see as like these almost like purple and emerald green shimmers are being cast on the leaves around you. It's very pretty.
Very incredible.
Beautiful.
Astra's gonna spend a good chunk of time, like 30 minutes to an hour, probably closer to an hour, setting up this little shelter, getting some help from Aspen, some logs, you know, the works, whatnot. And then after that, we're gonna do some stargazing, and we're gonna check out these full moons. And yeah.
So Kifla's gonna come back with some fish and some berries he's gathered around. I'm not sure. Maybe good, maybe not.
I can look.
So I'll hand them over to Astra.
You gotta cut it open, and then you have to examine not only the seed count, but the skin to pulp ratio. Will you help me out here? What do I roll for this? To see if these are edible berries.
Survival.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
9.
they seem very non-poisonous.
Awesome. Yum. I'm gonna eat it just to make sure.
You feel fine. In fact, Zulkifli's background, I believe, allows him to do such a thing without.
Well, you know, it's a good teaching moment. It's good practice.
Okay, yeah.
The sun is now fully set beyond the horizon. It's just the moonlight cast above. Can I get a watch order, please?
First,
So
I'll take first with Astra.
Astra and Aspen. Who's gonna take second watch?
I'll take second.
Zool. Anybody who's gonna be joining Zool?
I'll join Zool.
Okay.
I'll also take second.
Well, that leaves you and Nazmir for last watch.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So as everybody begins to rest around the fire and lay their heads down, Aspen and Astra.
So as Astra's looking up at the stars and the moons, Aspen's really like frantically
Too frantic. My lord.
potential
Too frantic.
littering and
hello.
yep. So you're
Ah.
frantically what?
Yeah, frantically writing something down in his journal. His head's kind of hung low. He's
Do I-
sitting in a cross-legged position.
Do I perhaps hear the frantic writing that he is commencing?
You
I would
might,
like. I think I do. I think I do. And I'm gonna go and look. Spotted. I gotta know what you're writing. I gotta know what's so important. What's on your mind.
yeah. All right.
So you come over. Arms crossed. Nonchalant. Good evening, brother. How are
Astro.
you?
I could be better.
Would you like to speak about that?
One second. He kind of finishes writing something down.
Can I
And,
peek at that? Can I
huh?
can I visually eavesdrop on what he just wrote?
Are you trying to hide it?
He's kind of in like a really hunched over thing, to where like the shade of his hat would kind of be over it. So a little bit.
Roll perception, please. Astra and Astra, can you roll stealth, please?
Yeah.
17.
10. His hat does have holes in it.
Rolls.
You see him finishing up writing something or other at like the top of a new page. He's finishing off a sentence, something about the cave.
Put it in the file. Okay. Understood.
And he closes the book and clips it on his side. But yeah, that creature back at the bridge was really scary, wasn't it?
It was. It's horrible. I don't think I've seen anything like that before. I mean, I've seen a lot of new things here, but they keep getting worse. I am enjoying a lot of things about this place, but it's a lot wrong here.
There is. It seems we can't really escape it, can we?
Well, I know you're troubled. Would you like to assist me in getting some inner bark from these trees and drying it?
That would be nice. Yes, I'll help.
Okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I heard some voices throughout in the woods, and I saw the glow of your campfire. May I get closer, please?
Who's talking to me right now? Can I see them?
Roll for perception
Yeah,
Hello?
I'd be looking as well.
with advantage.
Right? 21.
Just beyond the light of the campfire is wearing a dirty brown cloak, a stringy white hair, hunched over, leaning heavily on a walking stick, is an old crone. I'm
going
awfully
to look
tired.
Aspen. I do
Aspen's
not
gonna
know
look
what
over.
to do.
Aspen's going to look at this this old crone, and let me just see.
Are you still disguised?
Yeah, we're still
Mhm.
disguised. And yeah, he's gonna cast detect magic.
Okay.
So he's gonna like wave his hand over his face, and his eyes are gonna glow bright green for a moment.
Yeah, there is definitely a illusionary magic on this woman.
What are you hiding?
Mhm.
I'm just looking for somewhere warm to sit and some bread perhaps you may share.
I do have tea. We're actually in the process of making some bark flour to bake some bread.
Wow.
Um,
I might
Jeez.
have some wonderful and aromatics I might be able to contribute to such a brew.
Oh no, don't feel that. I have so many. Actually, let me show you here. Come.
Astra.
Mhm.
She's hiding something from us. She's using an illusion.
We are all hiding something, brother.
We are, but
Maybe she'll tell us about it. Maybe she'll let us in.
after yesterday, or earlier this morning, I don't know how safe I feel about that.
I understand, but we've made such progress. I was at. I don't mind inviting you to our fire, but you can't hide things from my brother and I. So, you have to tell us the truth in order to enjoy some tea and snacks.
She's gonna hobble forward and bringing her into the light fully. She's wearing woven shoes, almost like sandals in a way.
Yep.
Her skin is withered and wrinkly. She has blotches and a few bruises here and there, just from like where she may have gently bumped it on a table or object, from her like paper thin skin. She's quite old looking. I'm sorry, I just have a natural aura about me that makes me seem a little less robbable, I guess you would say. May I sit?
You may.
She'll sit down.
I'll insight that really quick.
Yeah, roll for insight.
Yeah. 14.
You don't detect any lies.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and make that tea for her with some like eucalyptus, just a little bit of that, some ginger, stuff like that. I'm looking for something for an old person. Okay, I know ginger is really good for those joints.
Thank you, dear. I appreciate a good brew.
You know, being as tall as I am, I get the joint pain sometimes.
Yes, it's
Totally
not
forgetting she's 5'5".
it's not often you find Furbolg in this region.
Verbal.
How'd you know that? How'd you know that?
You can see us.
I can.
You use magic besides to protect yourself.
I do. And as she takes a sip of tea, you watch as her hair changes shape and color, where it's showing these brilliant red curls rolling down past her head and shoulders. Her cloak turns into a white silk dress that just drapes down as her body begins to turn younger in appearance, with green trim that is sparkling like emeralds, bracelets of woven vine and ivy adorn her wrists with gold inlay, and like two pieces of fabric come down from each of her shoulder blades down and link to her arms as she sits there with her ears pointing long. It's not often, and it's been a while since I've had such visitors in the wood.
And who do we have the pleasure of sharing tea with?
Oh, you may call me Iridia.
What was that?
Iridia.
Alright,
I'll put spelling for you in chat.
nice.
Iridia.
You're,
Iridia.
you. Cool.
May
Nice
I
to
have
meet you.
yours?
I'm Astra.
And I'm Aspen.
Beautiful names.
I don't know if this is what do you do? You know, in your day to day, what are you doing out here?
Eat plants and sometimes shriek at the moon.
I can appreciate that.
It sounds pretty normal.
Indeed.
I would like to keep note that I'm currently like stripping the bark from the inside and then hanging it over the fire, like quite a ways up, and allowing it to just get dehydrated that way a bit quicker, smoking it a little bit.
So if I may ask, what brings such a large group of people into the wood?
Same thing that drives everything in this world. Money. But really, we're just searching for, it's a lot. Us personally, we're searching for a cure perhaps, for an ailment. And in general, we're trying to get these caravans across the way. Just taking quite a bit.
Money does seem to be the driving force between many intentions.
Sadly so.
But I do not sense that from the two of you.
No, I do have a basket.
You do.
I made it.
It is a beautiful basket, woven from expert hands of long teachings and tradition passed down from one to another, which I can appreciate.
He gets it.
Well, money only happens to be part of what we really need. Happens to be a little bit of a roadblock.
Indeed, if you want to get back to the wildlands.
Yes.
Well, Astra, thank you so much for the tea.
Of course, you're not going
And-
to stay for bread. That will take about 5 more hours.
Consider my thank you, which is quite a great gift I may bestow as repayment in exchange for what you have given me today. Aspen, you as well. She'll hand you back your cup.
Of course.
If you so happen to find yourself in this region once again, perhaps you may find me and we can share a cup of tea again.
I haven't.
Perhaps we shall. That's been says goodbye in Sylvan.
She'll also will say goodbye, Sylvan. And she'll take from her robe a sprig of mistletoe, and she'll hand it to Astra to join your basket. You'll find that you may pluck from its branch, but it will instantly replenish.
Thank you.
She'll take her thumb and like pet your cheek for a moment.
Girl.
You have your mother's eyes. She'll leave.
Hold on a second. I'm a little
Did I hear it
starstruck.
correctly?
I think you did. I think I did. What do you mean by that?
She keeps walking, and soon as she walks into the shadow outside the light of the campfire, her form disappears.
This place is too much for me. Maybe she was just saying that to scare me. I think that's about right.
And it's time to wake up the next watch.
All right.
Fun.
Aspen kind of taps Zulkifli on the shoulder with his
Eyes
end of his
fly
staff.
open, reaching for my crest immediately. Just. Okay. Good.
Yep.
Okay. And go and take a spot, and then
I'll wake up Murmur as well, just to. I'm also gonna offer him some seeds that I found while obtaining the bark from earlier. It's not many,
Sure.
but
I slowly kind of lift my head up, look at you, and then look down at the seeds. And I extend my hand and grab them, and take a little bite of the seeds, and kind of bow my head to you before I take a seat next to Zol. Real fast, also, is there any extra tea?
well, yeah. So the way that the way that it happened, I gave you your bird mixture tea kind of in a leaf wrap. So you have, I want to say about like what, 5 cups of tea in that. So can make as much as you need.
I'm gonna also be pulling out a nice cup of tea to go with my seeds as I take a seat next to Zul.
Alright,
And I just peer off into the night sky.
Aspen, as he goes to sleep, he puts his bedroll in front of a tree and kind of sits cross-legged with his back against the tree and falls asleep that way.
So Zulkifli's gonna sit there next to this creature that he knows to be some kind of bird thing that repeats words. Just looking at it, and pointing at the cup. Day.
And then I look back at you, cock my head. Hey.
Wow.
And then
How's
I
it-
take a sip of it, and then I extend my hand and offer you some.
I'll take a sip. Mmm. Lazat. I'll give it back.
Hey. Lazat. And then I look back at the night sky, continue eating my seeds, and sipping my tea.
Bagus. Bagus.
And I look at you curiously again, tilt my head. Te.
I'll point up at the stars. Bintang.
Bintang.
Point at the moon. Bulan.
Then I look at the moon and the stars. Can you repeat that one more time?
Bulan.
Bulan. And I
And I'll
look at
point
you,
to the-
Bulan.
And I'll just, for the whole sky, I'll just do this big sweeping motion with my arms. Langit.
Nangi.
Langit.
Nangi.
Okay, yeah. Bagus. Okay.
And then I look back at the moon, take another sip of my tea, and just kind of peer out into the forest.
Can I get a perception check at this point?
Okay. I'm gonna listen, if I may, just listen for anything out there too.
I got a
Cool.
23 on my perception.
Well, that's pretty good. Okay, I got a 21.
21. Nothing of note at this point.
What does it sound like?
It's
there
mostly the sound of insects.
Okay.
Crickets, few frogs you hear, indicating that there might be a pond nearby.
Any wolf howls? Or...
No wolf howls.
Okay. You are from where?
One sec, I'm still learning the maps here. I look, and in a voice that's not quite familiar to you, I say, Portsguard. And then I say, Father, Barry, dead. And then in that same voice as before, we respect the lives that were lost. And then, Barry, dead.
Who is this? This one? This voice?
Father.
Ah. Your father. He also Macham you can repeat. Make the same sound. Copy.
And I slowly shake my head no. Father, buried, cave.
Just as a point of clarification, the body that you would have buried earlier as his father would have been a human.
The one that I did the circle with the line going down.
Huh.
Which I did not specify. My bad.
He found you? He find you somewhere?
And then I kind of have a look of sorrow and slowly shake my head. Yes.
Okay. So, you already lost your family 2 times.
And then I just I look down at my feet and say, Barry, father.
I also lost my father. Very, very, very young. I don't remember.
And I kind of look at you, say, Father, tell.
It's long time ago. I did not know. My grandfather, he was my father. He teach me. He trained me. Something bad happened.
And then I just.
Then I leave.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Then I leave.
I kind of look at you, just eyes full of sorrow, nodding understandably, and say, family. Then, in my father's voice, we respect those who lost their lives.
I point at the two furbolgs sleeping. This one. They want this and Aspen, Astra. They have family. They are trying to save their family. Not yet lost, but almost. And so, we are traveling, looking for a cure.
And I nod. Save family.
Yeah, save family.
And
One more word for you. Family. Keluarga.
Haloaga.
Keluarga.
And I nod and finish up the seeds that Astra gave me.
Cool. Sit there with them, admire the moon, and that's it.
As you two sit there and stare at the moon, Nazmir, if I could have everybody else deafened, please. It'll be very quick. Thank you. So, Nazmir, as you sit and sleep, you have a dream you have not had in a very long time. You are sitting at the clock tower running experiments. Arcane notes and symbols sprawled across the room, focusing some sort of energy among the clock tower. There's a flash of bright blue light with white streaks through it. You hear a shriek of a female dwarf, an alarm, as you turn and watch as a form is pulled into a rift that is suddenly opened up, almost like a tear in the space before you. And before you have the time to react, to jump, to do anything, the moment is gone and the rift is closed. You're there with your ruined papers littered across the ground and the floor. Nothing but the silence and sound of gears grinding against each other. I'll get everybody back.
Okay.
Nazmir and Pedro. Another doppelganger. You two are awoken by Zulkifli and Murmur, and ready to take your watch.
As you wake up Nazmir, you see that while he was asleep, he had tears, coming down his face.
Nazmir, you ready?
Yes,
Sidiak.
of course.
Hey.
Was everything all right? No issues?
Yeah. No problem. You have bad dream?
Yeah. Yes, wasn't very pleasant.
Hmm. Anything? You hear anything? You see? You wake me up, okay?
Of course.
Okay.
You've proven yourself very, very reliable. You're a competent warrior. You seem to have a good head on your shoulders. So,
Thank you. You also. Thank you. Yeah, good fighter. Magic, very. You get really big. Oh, sure.
that was one of the furbolgs, but it was rather interesting.
Huh. Okay. He's gonna go and lie down, wondering why they never did that to him at some point.
And I'm gonna go ahead and walk over to Kydro and just kind of cautiously nudge his shoulder a bit.
Kydro's just gonna snap awake.
And
So
I jolt back and then I cock my head at you and get closer and just kind of like peer into you a little bit. And I say, mimicking Zol's voice, and I say, "Watch." And I point over to Nazmir.
All right, that's creepy. I want his voice to come out of his mouth when he does that. Would prefer you just say like father, and then I can like interpret the rest. All right, I got it. All right, I'm watching.
Can I get a perception check from each of you, please?
Sure. 14.
I got a 9.
9. Okay. So 14. Yep. Same thing. You know, sparkly bioluminescent forests and bugs. That's really it for now.
So Astra's bark is still drying out up above the fire, right? She said that was
Yes.
take several hours. Nazmir sees that and he thinks, oh, that it gives him an idea, and he goes and finds a section of bark, something kind of thick, carves out a section and starts writing just as they sit there scratching, things into it with dagger.
Did Astra leave out her tea supplies by chance?
Of course not. No, those are her prized possessions and those stay on her body. But if you wake her up,
Oh, I see.
She'll make you some.
Kydra's gonna like tap on her. I would like to drink some
Eclipse.
tea.
Well, you want, huh?
I would like to drink some of that tea that you were making earlier.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and she's
shouldn't-
gonna go ahead and pull out the pack and fumble around with it.
You shouldn't keep her up. She'll need her rest as well.
This is important.
It's true.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and actually throw together. Seem like an electric person, is that true? Do you have a lot of energy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and throw together a custom mix for him, and I'll message him what's in it. But
Long pause. Yeah.
I'll go ahead and give him his own personal pack of his tea mix, his electric tea, and then I'm passing out again.
Excellent. So he has his tea now, right?
Yeah, he has his tea.
Okay. And he's just going to, like, just take it, and he's just going to, as if it were a shot of alcohol, he's just going to down the whole thing just as quickly as possible without savoring it at all. Just instantly. It's gone.
I have a feeling that's not the way she intends for those who drink her tea to take it.
What do you mean?
Well, you saw the care she put into that. I would imagine she hopes that you gain something more from it than simply, warming yourself up,
Well, I'm also hydrated.
which is good and necessary. I just note how much dedication she puts into her craft, and as a craftsman myself, I know it would bother me a little if I knew that someone were a little coarse with my creations.
Huh.
What did you think? How did it taste?
It's not quite water, and it's not quite chewing on a leaf. It's some grayish area in between.
It has licorice root in it, by the way, or whatever the equivalent is, so it's nice and bitter at the end.
Just there's something weird going on
Sarsaparilla.
near the end of it. It's not quite
Wait,
just that.
Well,
But yes,
At this point,
I was wondering what tea tastes like.
one of the merchants is gonna wake up and walk over to a tree and just start peeing on it. Continue.
okay. Forgive me if I step out of line. I've raised. I've got 10 of my own children. Some of you most of you are young enough to remind me of them. Well, I do miss them.
Right.
But they're all becoming adults themselves and starting their own families, and well, they don't need me as much.
Well, I think you've done all for them what you could have done. I'm sure they're doing fine.
Most
Want
of
to
them.
see something cool though?
Sure.
Is there any like firewood that we have like stashed around? Maybe.
Well, you
Not
are
quite.
in the woods.
We should have a little left.
Right.
If not, we can easily get some more.
I'm gonna look around for some firewood.
Yeah, roll. I guess perception.
Sure thing. A little bit of perception. 6.
6. I mean, it's a forest. It's not hard to find sticks.
Maybe I found like a wimpy stick. like a not so great stick, but it's like just on the ground.
Bigger. Fantastic.
So Kydra's just gonna sit on the ground crisscross and place the stick in front of him. He's gonna kind of just stare at it for a moment. He's gonna think to himself. He's gonna get real quiet. His eyes kind of gloss over for a moment. Then you see him raise up his hand. And very quickly, he just strikes it, and you see as his hand ignites in flames as he just obliterates the stick.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Nazmir starts looking for, water or something to put it out.
No, it's okay though.
Oh.
I'm still getting used to that.
That was the trick. You can...
Yeah.
But friction? What did you do there?
So, not quite friction, but in my
very
martial
fast.
arts... Oh yeah. In my martial arts training, I've started to pick up a few things. Maybe one of the more stranger properties of it is the manipulation of ki in my own body. That's how I'm able to get around so fast and punch things, as well as maybe a mace. Might hurt somebody. I can hurt somebody about just as bad just by hitting them with my hands. Specifically, the style I used, Ascendant Dragon, it's very, it's related to dragons in its form, but it's more, it's closer to dragons than you'd think. That ki that is harnessed in a user of Ascendant Dragon begins to pick up the properties once they become more refined, and I'm beginning to reach that level. I can manipulate draconic properties a little bit more, and I can imbue my hands with the properties of some dragons, like a red dragon that might spit fire.
Very impressive.
It is really interesting.
The battle we had earlier is a little bit of a blur, but I believe they said that you used a breath weapon, almost like a dragon.
Yeah, I shot lightning and fire from my mouth, which I didn't know I could really do prior to that fight, but I felt it. Had an innate idea that I could.
And that's part of
weird
the
how-
same sort of martial arts, the same sort of
Yeah,
philosophy.
that's a technique they pass down.
It's very interesting. I didn't know that, humans or other creatures like us could mimic that power.
It's
I
very
found
weird.
my own very mysterious, very obscure sort of martial arts.
Really?
Only found small pieces of information, just hints and whispers in different texts. And I'm still making sense of it, but when we fought those doppelgangers this morning, I guess, I was thinking about some of the pieces of. They talk about echoes of time.
Really?
And that led me to this, and I summon another echo. It looks like me. It's perhaps another version, an echo of another place, another time.
Another
I'm
time.
unsure still, but it seems that it can be used in fighting, similar to your dragon style.
Well, I hope we all have a lot of developments like that. Might be able to make it out here after all.
Indeed. And I will say that punch looked quite formidable. I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of it.
I think it'll definitely be a lot more helpful against, how that troll was susceptible to Aspen's damage with the
Yes.
mold. and whatnot. The spores. Should something have a weakness that, you know, dragons may be capable of producing, I might be able to find it and use it. I think it'll be
That
very
sounds-
helpful.
Indeed, that sounds very useful.
Like a versatile weapon to pierce any shield. Because it's ever changing.
You know, you're a lot like my son, Renan. He likes to fight. He likes to study swordsmanship.
Mhm.
He's been working as a, sort of a bodyguard, a mercenary. He takes odd jobs and contracts. But you remind me a little of him.
I think I've gotten myself into similar career path, maybe. Though, you mentioning swordplay does remind me, and Kydra's going to pull out this really ornate dagger. I wonder what the deal is with this thing. It doesn't look normal, does it?
It's very
This
beautiful.
dagger. It is nice, yeah, I mean. But in my experience, normally, when something seems a bit strange or out of the ordinary, it may be magical. There's a chance. But I'm not sure.
I have a few friends who are blacksmiths. And I know that, especially for equipment that they do intend to imbue with magic or enchant, they do like to make it look a little nicer, a little more special. Though sometimes the craftsman also makes a piece simply for its beauty.
That is also true.
I can see whoever made this put a lot of care into it.
Kydra's gonna walk up to a tree. He's just gonna try to use the dagger, maybe like carve at the tree's bark a little bit to see if he can see any unusual properties in it.
Yeah, the merchant's still standing at a tree, kind of lean forward on it.
Excuse me, I'm trying to cut this tree. I'm just gonna cut.
As you kind of say, excuse me, and nudge him, he falls over. And then you watch,
Excuse me.
then you look at him and notice that there is a bright crimson red down his whole front.
Oh wow.
Oh, is that the merchant you said?
Yeah, the merchant.
And you
Right.
see, and you follow the trail up the torso to the throat to see it has been cut. At this point, you feel something point to the back of you. Don't make
Do
any
I dare
sudden
move?
movements.
Yeah, Kydra's just gonna stay put.
And what you're gonna do, unless you want to end up like your friend there, is you're gonna turn over everything in that cart and in your pockets.
Kydra's just gonna turn around. Just slowly. Just gonna turn around and get a look at this guy. See what he's looking at.
Sure. So you turn around and he presses the dagger at this point to your chest, right where your heart is.
Ooh.
Has a bandana around his face, leather armor, stern
Listen.
eyes with scars.
Is this obvious to me then as well?
What's your passive perception?
Just 10.
10. You're just looking up at the sky and taking your notes.
Alright. So what was it you were saying about turning over cargo or something?
You're going to turn over everything in those carts and your pockets, and you're going to go sit back down like nothing's happened.
All the cargo and everything in my pockets, you said? How am I supposed to,
Don't make me repeat myself. Just do it.
Okay, well, I'd like to just inform you that I am a martial artist. I may not.
You're going to be a
armed.
dead martial artist if you don't do what I say.
Okay.
His voice cracks as he says it.
All right. Yes, that is true. All right. However, counterpoint. Right. He's just gonna like karate chop his hand. Just gonna karate chop his hand. It's just gonna light up. As he karate chops his hand, it's gonna light up with this like lightning as it just travels extremely fast and just attempts to hit him in the wrist to maybe like mess him up. And as he does this, he's just gonna be like, Nazmir, trouble.
Roll to attack.
All right. Okay. A little bit of an attack. 17 hit
17 will hit.
for 5 lightning damage.
5 points of lightning damage. As this happens, he shouts in alarm at the sudden pain, and he's going to take his attack against you. He had now, oh poor guy. 9 to hit.
9 to hit doesn't
So
hit.
yeah, just the sudden electricity, his like body's still seizing and his muscles are still contracting to it, and he just swings wide and misses as you hear a number of shots of alarm. Everybody at this point is woken up. If you were sleeping, you're gonna roll initiative with disadvantage as you are currently waking up and are unable to react well. But at this time, if everyone could go ahead and roll for initiative, please.
With disadvantage, I got 10.
10. Okay.
Let me
Ooh, I
use
rolled a
my-
nat 1 for a 3.
let me use my restore balance on oh gosh,
Oh,
blanking on names all of a sudden.
So we will go ahead and bring up our natural 1 counter.
Uncle Kifley.
Uncle Kifley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, not me. That's Aspen.
No, he let
What?
you roll with as a straight roll.
Straight.
I know. I'm just my tracker. My initiative didn't get added to the tracker, so I just rolled again, so I can add it. 10.
And
There you go.
what does my health look like at this point? Am I still?
At this point, I see that you all have completed a long rest and you are back to full health.
Will you
Uh-oh.
switch my initiative back to 8? Because I rolled it again, and then it put me at a higher one.
So if Aspen at 3, Murmur at 10, Astra at 8, Zukifli at 11, Kydra at 20, Nazmir at 15. Am I missing anybody?
Cormac.
That is right. Noah, do you want to play Cormac today?
Sure. Yeah.
Go ahead
Yeah,
and
if you give me-
give you permissions
Cool.
to do all of the things to his character sheet. Let me roll initiative for our criminals. Our bandits, as they've been requested.
Bandits. Foreshadow.
Classic.
Classic
Yeah.
bandits. Also making sure everything is updated properly. Not Kydro starting the initiative when he almost died last fight.
It was
It's
the
not as-
T.
As Nazmir realizes what's going on, you see he starts to get very angry, and he's just like, "Bandits."
Wait, did we get a long rest from that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
you did. Isn't that wonderful?
It
Okay,
is, yeah.
so yeah, So let me go ahead and roll their initiative. Ooh. What's their dex? Okay. Not terrible rolls on their end. Not great. Oh, this poor guy next to Kydro. Ugh. In memoriam. All right. So, starting at the top of the round, we have this guy. He's going to run up. Actually, no, he's not going to do that. He's going to take a light crossbow. He's going to shoot it at Zulkifli. Zulkifli, that is going to be an 18 to hit.
Ooh, 18 will hit.
All right, that is going to be 5 points of piercing damage as this little crossbow bolt finds itself in your shoulder. Not very comfortable, I'm sure. Your merchant friend has just woke up Robert. He's just like, ah! 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 Just freaking out. All right. And that will be his turn because that's all he's good for. Bandits. Hydra, it's your turn.
Kydro time. Alright.
Hotman.
Alright, so Kydro is just going to he's gonna reel back for a moment and he's just gonna roundhouse kick this guy in the head. But as he does so, the top of his feet are gonna be coated in like this frost, and icicles are just gonna spring up out of like the top of his feet, so he's just gonna try to impale them with those. The Draconic Strike. That's a 14 to hit.
That will hit.
That's 5 cold damage.
So you said that was an ice spike?
Yeah, an ice spike coming out of his foot.
Yeah, so your ice spike just connects to the side of his throat and just goes straight through. And he just gurgles and he falls.
Can I catch him as he's falling?
Sure.
I'm gonna catch him by the hair, and I'm just gonna show him to everybody else, like, this is going to be all of you in the next, like, minute or something. Everybody just gonna drop him. Just everybody get in the line.
Roll for intimidation.
Alright.
I'm intimidated. I just woke up. I'm still dreaming. What is going on?
So allow me to explain what just happened here. You watch as Kaiju just roundhouse kicked this guy, stabbed him through the throat through a random ice spike, caught him as he fell by the hair, and yanked him over and said, "Y'all better quit it, or this will be you." They're gonna laugh at you though.
Oh, but here's the thing. I'm actually gonna use my reaction to use Draconic Presence, which allows me to re-roll the check on a reaction.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that one more time.
Suddenly
24.
you're not so funny, and you're actually quite intimidating. All their attacks this round will be made with disadvantage.
Did I set
Excellent.
up?
Whoa.
Anything else for your turn, Kydro?
He's just gonna tower over these guys as his key now just has this like weird property that just makes all these bandits feel as if they're in the presence of a dragon as he just ends his turn.
All right, so the pink one over here gonna make its light crossbow attack against Astra with disadvantage, thanks to your good buddy old pal Hydro. With disadvantage, that is going to be a 9 to hit.
Get a dip and dodge and a miss.
So it is going to just miss Astra and embed itself in one of the carts. Your merchant sponsor is still screaming, and that will be its turn. Next one is going to go. It's going to be the green one. They're going to take their light crossbow attack against Cormac. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
19 hits, Cormac.
All right, so this is going to be 5 points of piercing damage.
Sure, I'll make you pay for that one.
So 5 points of piercing damage. All right, and that will be it. Starting on Nazmi's turn with Cormac on deck. Nazmir.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to the orange guy here.
Mm-hmm.
Summon my Echo with a bonus action. And I'm going to attack him. Though, notably, I am going to make these non-lethal.
Okay. We'll see.
Well, there's a nat 1, so...
Hey, we're giving away a set of dice today, everybody.
Pretty non-lethal, I'd say.
Yeah. So, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally for a moment. All right, so you just whiff it, you miss.
My Echo has 1 as well.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 6. It's hard for me to see straight. I'm
It's rough.
very angry right now.
So those of you who want to join the dice giveaway, you're going to put !dice in the chat to qualify for that. It's USA and Canada only, excluding Quebec, as Nazmir has successfully whiffed it and qualified the dice giveaway. All right. Anything else there, Nazmir?
Let's see. That's gonna be everything I can do.
Okay.
Just gonna shout in his face, I guess. Just, I don't know. Like,
Okay.
just random stuff like, why would you choose a lifestyle this way? Do you have any idea the outcome of what you do? Things like that. So
Starts
irresponsible.
lecturing him.
Yeah.
Your mother's so disappointed in you, I'm sure. All right. It is now Cormac's turn.
Cool. Cormac's gonna look at the guy in green over here who shot him. He's just gonna be like, "Right, you've shown me yours. Now I'll show you mine." And he's gonna pull out his pistol and he's gonna spend a grit point with a dead-eye shot, giving himself advantage. It's gonna be a 20 to hit.
20 will hit.
Cool. He's gonna deal 19 piercing damage
Yeah.
straight through the head.
Straight to the head. He is down. He is gone.
Right, who's next? And he's gonna start reloading.
Anything else?
That's it.
All right. Zulkifli. And before you take your turn there, Zulkifli, just a reminder, anybody in the USA or Canada, excluding Quebec, can enter the giveaway. You don't. So, that's all. Continue.
It's true. Okay. Zulkifli is going to see he's got about 3 surrounding him. So what he's going to do is he's going to run up this way, brandishing his kris. And as he does so, he's also going to use his bonus action real quick to just take a quick slice out of his shoulder with that. Dealing himself another 1 point of damage as he does. Cool. And it's going to be a... Just rolling. Oh, gross. It's going to be a 9 to hit.
9 will miss.
Okay. 9 misses. Fine. Alright. He's now used about 10 feet of his movement. He's got 10 more feet, given that he was prone when he started. He's going to back up 10 feet. Like that. And that's where he's going to be. That's it.
Okay.
Is on fire.
Yeah. The next guy's going to go. He's going to fire a crossbow bolt at Aspen and miss. So, Murmur, it's your turn. Astra's on deck.
All right, so after seeing my new friend Zulkifli get hit by the red bandit, I'm gonna go ahead and move 20 feet right next to him. I'm gonna caw very loudly, and I'm gonna spark up a flame in my hand and launch it at the red bandit. casting Firebolt, and I got a 23 on my attack. Or 23 for the attack.
Double hit.
So let's, and it does 6 damage.
6 points of damage to the red one. All right. Anything else for your turn?
That would do it for me.
All right. Astra, it is your turn.
It sure is. And I would like to remind everyone how horrific this scene has been. Okay, I would like to remind everyone that we have watched someone get impaled in the throat and shot in the head with a bow and arrow.
With a
Astra's
gun.
up with a gun. With a gun, even better. Even better. Something that Astra has never seen before.
Extra
she
splatter.
is, yeah, she's having a great time. She's not gonna choose violence. She's gonna hide behind her brother and cast guidance on him. For his, upcoming turn so he can do something, because this is
It's sweet.
ridiculous. This is
All right. This guy is now surrounded by 2 of Nazmirs. With disadvantage, that's going to be an 11 to hit.
Okay, that misses.
All right. These people are scared. They're frightened. They clearly walked into the wrong situation. They are screwed. Aspen, it's your turn.
All right, cool. So Aspen is going to use his bonus action to cast Shillelagh on his staff.
Yeah.
Grows a bunch of mushrooms, all that fancy stuff. And then he just measure something out really quick. Yeah, he's gonna take a step forward this way,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to, this is the one that shot at him, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, that's a rude way to wake somebody up. Then he's gonna stretch out his palm and cast Thorn Whip with a bunch of mycelium grasping at him. So let me cast that really quick. Ooh, that's a 26 to hit.
26 will hit.
Gets dragged in 10 feet. Takes 3 piercing damage. I need him to make a con save.
Aspen is terrifying. That was gonna be a 14.
That fails, so he takes the Halo of Spores damage.
Which will be
4 necrotic.
he's down. He just gets mushrooms like start growing out of his eyes and his mouth, and he's like shrieking. And like his friend over here, the one that's marked red, is like, "What the fuck?" And just not. No, he's never seen that before. Speaking of which, it's his turn. He's gonna make a light crossbow attack against Murmur with disadvantage. That is gonna be a 16 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Actually, Zulkifi's going to make a reaction and twist in the air. There'll be just a slight flicker in the bandit's eyes. And let's see. -3 from that hit. It'll be a 13 to hit. Does that hit still?
That still hits.
Oh no! Murmur, that is going to be 7 points of piercing damage
Ouch.
as it lands right in your knee. No more adventuring for you, my friend. You're going to be a guard and white run.
Did somebody steal your sweet roll?
Kydro, it is your friend. Your turn, my friend.
The pink man, right here. What is he using as a weapon?
They all have scimitars and light crossbows.
Okay. Kydra's just gonna. Is he looking at Kydra right now? Just to get a visual.
He's mostly looking around for a place to run if it comes to it.
Okay. Kydra's just gonna run up like right behind him. Just extremely fast, just whoosh. Right behind him. And he's just gonna take his 2 fingers like this, right? He's going to grab him by the shoulder and he's going to try to poke through him. And as he does so, his fingers are going to be coated in a sort of magical poison as he tries to go straight through him into his chest.
They could have gone in so many
Draconic
different
strike.
directions.
Oh no, you saw this and you saw me go behind him. You were thinking the
Fingers
wrong
going
direction.
through someone coated in a. Okay. That's gonna miss.
All right. Immediately, as he just kind of like completely whiffs, he's going to turn his hand around, and as his palm is actually coated in acid, he's going to try to slap him like in the face as hard as he can to try to just melt his face right off.
Oh my god.
With his
oh my god.
you know what? Yeah, we're gonna make this a flurry of blows actually. So I'm gonna get one more after this, but another draconic strike. That's a 25 to hit.
25 full hit.
Alright, 25 is he's gonna take 8 acid damage to the face.
He's down.
Ah! He's just gonna just chill. Just staring at him.
Okay.
Wait, is he like dead or is he just
He's
like
dead.
unconscious?
He's down.
Alright.
I mean,
Amazing.
unconscious. That's really, like, that's to protect you guys more than anything.
Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna end my turn.
All right, Nazmir, it's your turn.
So I'm still, fuming at this guy, and I say, you remember this, because I'm not killing you, but I'm going to tan your hide. And let's see.
You've heard of mommy. Get ready for.
Daddy. Let's see. Is an unarmed strike work for the 2-weapon or the offhand fighting thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna punch him a couple of times in the face then. It should be a total of 3, using one of them as the bonus action.
So miss, and hit.
Okay, so 3 damage.
3 points of damage as teeth go flying with one solid punch to the jaw.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be it.
All right, it's Cormac's turn.
Cool. Cormac's gonna close to within 30 feet of this guy. Oh, missed one. He's gonna stand right over here. Never should have come here. And he's gonna just point and shoot.
Oh, I love this.
It's gonna be 1d. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Nat 20!
It's a nat 20. Okay. Only because I'm playing him.
Only.
Okay, cool. It's
12.
12 points of piercing damage.
He's just freaking out as you just watch his friend become a mushroom, like growing point, and then just gets shot right between the eyes. And at this point, with one left being punched out by Nazir, I will say that combat will end. But that is not all, as that is where we will be ending the session for this evening, everyone.
Whoa!
So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning into our session this evening. I'd like to thank all of our players for tuning in. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pass it over to our Furbolg Druid, Astra.
Thanks, Michael. I had a great time today. Genuinely. But also, I know Astra is gonna have to write about this and deal with this day a little bit. There was a lot that went on. I'm overall very pleased, very excited for our next session, very excited for our future sessions. Just a reminder that we have a Patreon. If you join that Patreon, you get access to a bunch of cool stuff, including the VIP chat. And that's basically where I'm going to put all of the tea recipes that Astra makes. I'll test them. I'll see if they're good. I'll make adjustments, but for now, that's where they're going. So if you want some tea, you could hop over there. Anyways, I'll go ahead and pass it over. If you want to go ahead and take over for me, Justin playing Murmur. Now, Kenku, what class is he?
Wizard.
Okay.
Necromancer. Yeah, I am Justin Murmur. I didn't really expect a sign off here, so definitely thank you very much for having me. Definitely had a lot of fun with this. Very interesting experience playing a Kenku in general, not really being able to talk a whole hell of a lot, so But otherwise, hopefully the squad here wants me back sometime. Maybe, possibly. I would be down to join on some of these adventures for sure. Oh, and yeah, and now a word from our sponsor, Jeremiah, please.
All right. Thank you a lot. This was a great session. From a player standpoint, I will say Spore Druid is very fun, guys.
Oh, totally.
But yeah, this was a very great session, and this session, as Chloe said, for Aspen will have to think about it a bit. But yeah, this was great, guys, and you did a great job, Justin.
Thank you.
And with that, I will pass it to Zolkifli.
Hello. Thank you so much for joining, Justin. Wonderful to have you as a guest.
Appreciate it.
Excuse me. Thank you also to Michael for running the show tonight. This was wonderful. Thanks for bearing with me. I have COVID. Yes, it's out there. It's public. Hi. But I appreciate the distraction tonight. Thank you.
Get better soon.
I appreciate that. I will. Especially because you told me to.
Oh, yeah.
And with that, I'll pass it over to Jade. Kydra Wormfist.
Hey, thank you. This was a great session. Just some general checking out towns, killing bandits. It's what D&D's all about. That's just what it's about. It was fun. Had a lot of laughs. It's nice having Justin here. I really like your character. I think everybody can agree it's a lot of fun to throw some new characters in every once in a while. I hope we'll get some really fun sessions later on. And it's been great. With that being said, I'm gonna pass it over to Nazmir, our Clockwork Soul Sorcerer and now Echo Knight Fighter.
That's right. Thanks everybody for joining us. It's been a pleasure as always. Really enjoying how the story is shaping up so far. Excited to see how all of our characters develop. Very excited to see more. Thanks for joining us tonight, and pass it back to our DM.
Thank you so much, Nate. Really do appreciate it. Don't forget, everybody, that this is your last chance to enter the dice giveaway by putting !dice in our chat, and we will be doing the drawing right as I finish my closing remarks here. Taffy Apple has rolled the D8 for the summary of next session, and it's going to be me. I will be doing the summary next session as the omniscient god of this world. So wonderful for that. We will see you next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But don't forget that this stream is brought to you by HelloFresh. You can use our command !HelloFresh for a link to the website to see the great discount deal we have going on with them, or go to HelloFresh.com and use our code POGSE13807 to get up to 16 free meals plus 3 surprise gifts across your 6 HelloFresh boxes, plus free shipping on your first box. So hey, that's pretty amazing. I've been loving it. I really enjoy the meals because food, and it's cheap. So
How many free meals? 16.
Wow, 16 free meals. Wow. So thank you everyone who has participated in that. Don't forget to join our Discord at pgc.gg/discord, where we be playing a lot of games like Dead by Daylight, Fall Guys, Sea of Thieves, Overwatch, and more. You can come join our community and join in on our one-shots as well. We have a Halloween one-shot coming up in the next couple months, where you can join that, get some character art involved as well. It's pretty fantastic. And I feel like I'm forgetting something. Always forgetting stuff. But everything is in our Discord, and that's the main place where you want to be. Thank you to all of our role players tonight. Thank you to our community guest, Justin. Check out his Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Etcherren. That is ETCHERREN, I believe.
Yep, that's it.
Yep. Pretty great deal. You can follow him when he goes live once again. And our winner is Canadian Hero. Congratulations on your new dice set that will be arriving in between 1 and 1 million business days. We'll figure it out. So thank you. Yes. Congratulations on your dice set. You certainly have earned it, being part of our one shots now and then. Every great player deserves a great set of dice. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and I have nothing else to say other than bye.
Bye.
I love HelloFresh.
Hello, Fresh.